Flabbergasted woman has meltdown after minor fender bender.
Marshfield 2015 on the Civic.
The cars!
Kayla Marquez.
Oh my god! Why are you? Get away from me!
Ma'am,
You're
fine.
God, that's like my biggest fear is to get in a car crash with somebody that's just an absolute goober. Just somebody that's going to be like, oh my God. I rear-ended. You remember what I told you guys? I rear-ended somebody like 2 months ago. And because my backpack fell on the ground when I slammed on my brakes, I leaned over and I bumped into him. It was like $1,000 to fix their bumper. But, dude, like, I just bumped into him. We pulled over. And we exchanged insurance. I was like, let me know how much it is. And then that was it, right? But, like, if I bumped into somebody else, that could have been a 10-hour extravaganza.
Accident.
From what I gathered is she rear-ended him because he was sitting on a light that was green, and I'm...
Wait, she rear-ended him and she's mad? She's the one that's in the fault. I thought she got hit. Like, because maybe you could be like, damn, this really upsets me. But it's like, if you rear-end someone, that's just your fault.
She rear-ended him because he was sitting on a light that was green, and I'm trying...
Sitting in a light that was green. Okay, that's still, you're still supposed to be paying attention.
Officer, I have to go!
You can't leave
Oh my
yet.
God, this is an exact copy. This is an exact copy of the other video. If you don't remember, chat, she called the cops on her boyfriend because she was mad at him. And then they tased him. And she ended up getting arrested because she fake called the cops for no reason as like a distress call. And she was like being a fucking insane person. And she was like, I need to go. I have work. And now it's the same. Dude, I feel like this is fake. Like this is the identical scenario.
Don't leave.
I'm in the middle of an order! I have food in my car!
You're a fucking DoorDash driver. Relax. Relax, right? You're acting like you got an important meeting to go to. Their Denny's order, they can just refund it, right? If it doesn't show up on time, they can just fucking, they can say, I didn't get the food. That happens like 1 out of every 10 times you get DoorDash.
I have food in my car!
You need to calm
I have
down.
food in my car!
Ma'am, you need to calm
I have
down.
food in my car!
Stand over here.
Leave me alone. Babe, you need to get here. You need to fucking get here.
Babe, I got 3 Denny's Grand Slams on the way. Babe, babe, I'm 5 miles away. They said they called me and they said if I drove far enough, they're gonna tell me. But babe, you gotta come grab these Denny's. You gotta get these Denny's Grand Slams there.
Bingo.
Thank you.
Kayla, what
Get
happened?
here now! Because these cops are pissing me the fuck off!
You rear-ended someone.
You're not going anywhere.
Wow, that's not a fender bender. Yo, his truck's perfectly fine though. Yo, that was my Jeep though, bro. But it was the opposite situation. I fucking bent her bumper that bad, but my Jeep was perfectly fine. That's the beauty of owning a fucking steel-heavy car. If you own one of these cars, like a crumple vehicle, if you ever get into a car crash, you're going to spend like $10,000 to fix your fucking car. If you own like a truck, you could probably hit someone going like 30 miles an hour, and there will be like a bump on like a small indent.
You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
No!
All right, Kayla, you're going to be detained. You're going to be detained.
Stop!
Why are you running away?
Great!
Dude, all this to make like $15 on a fucking DoorDash order. Like it's not worth this over that.
He wouldn't fucking let...
Hey.
There was a green light!
There's...
You rear-ended him! You rear-ended him! You rear-ended him! You hit him, right? I had to slam on my brakes. I ended up rear-ended somebody. I was mad about it. But I mean, like, dude, it's still your fault. You hit them.
It's an accident. Why are you yelling? Why are you freaking out?
The light was green. I was texting on my phone. I saw that it was green. He should have been driving.
Because I'm in the middle of work! Please, I have to go to work!
Okay, well, you're not going anywhere.
I'm not going
Chris.
What do you think she's delivering? Dude, no lie, like an Arby's meat mountain. Like a fucking roast beef, like a Reuben. Like some old guy ordered a fucking Reuben on Arby's.
Get over here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you keep running around. Sit down.
Get here now.
It's the same woman? That's what we were just talking about, chat.
Get you out of here.
I'm in front of Pick and City.
Okay?
Kayla.
My car is.
Kayla.
My car is. I need
Kayla.
to see. I need to see if
Kayla,
it's gonna
no.
start.
Her car's not fucked. It's I mean, she did hit the top near the engine, but it's not fucked, dude. It's just she bent the shit out of the fucking top of it.
I need to
Kayla.
see. I need to see if
Kayla,
it's gonna
no.
start.
Like his car looks perfectly fine.
No. You're not
I
getting
need
in
to
the
see if
vehicle.
it. I'm not.
Not getting
Then
in the
can you
vehicle.
start
You're
it?
getting detained
No,
right now.
please. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
gonna get
sorry.
detained.
I'm sorry. Please.
Stop
Please
yelling.
get here, please. The cops are trying to arrest me.
Kayla, we're not here to arrest you.
Yo, Officer Brian here. Officer Charles Berg is just really, really. We're getting called here for a fender bender. We're dude. Literally, look at his car. His car is I mean, it looks like she might have just she might have scratched it.
Kayla, can we sit over here, please?
Solid blurring. What did they just show his fucking license plate? Yeah.
Kayla, can we sit over here, please?
Please, no.
Kayla,
Get here now, please.
we
Bro,
just
this
have-
man looks befuddled. Like he doesn't know what to do. They're both like, what is happening?
Okay.
Get here now.
This could be so
Yo, why is this man dating her?
very
Fuck off.
I feel so bad for the boyfriend. Like, what if he's in the middle of some shit? Now he's got a fucking no, they have a kid. I forgot they have a kid together. Now he has to get in his car and drive all the way the hell over here. Fucking pick up her food.
Kayla, get out of the
Do
street.
anything.
Get out of the
I
street.
didn't do anything wrong.
Kayla, settle down.
I'm in front of my car is fucked.
Your car isn't fucked. Bro, she's acting like she slammed into like a concrete wall. And like her car's totaled.
Life is over. Why
Let's
did
just
you
gather
go?
up the information and get out of here.
It was green. Why'd you hit me?
It was great.
Kayla, you just have to do an accident investigation.
Oh no.
Kayla,
Oh no.
calm down.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Bro, she's acting like she just got a call that her fucking parents were murdered. Like the oh no's are just, dude, this is a minute fender bender. And your car's the one that's fucked, right? Like you're really not going to pay that much for his car probably. Like it really looks like his car is fine.
no. Please, can you see if it starts for me?
Kayla,
Please,
we
can
can see
you
if it
just see if
starts.
it starts?
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm not seeing shit. Mom, I just got into a car accident. My car's
She's calling her mom. Mom, my car's fucked. It's fucking totaled. I don't think it's gonna run. I think I ran over a family.
Kayla, it's okay. It's okay. Is it leaking?
She has to have like some severe, not anxiety, but like for her to react to this situation that poorly,
Anything?
like she's freaking out.
Hey, Kayla, do you have insurance?
Bipolar? I don't know. I don't know if that's what this would be.
my car is ruined.
Bad for the son.
It looks drivable, Kayla. It looks drivable.
Wow.
My car is ruined. Oh, fuck off. Why are you laughing?
I'm not.
Bro, I feel like you couldn't not laugh. She is genuinely freaking out.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna
You're gonna kill yourself over a fucking fender bender?
myself. I'm done.
And then her also saying that immediately gets her arrested. Because if you say you're going to kill yourself in front of police officers, that's just,
Oh, this is insane!
Kayla, your radiator's fine.
Shut up! Yourself!
Your radiator's fine.
You're it.
I'm gonna get a picture quick and I'm gonna get you out of here.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh my god!
Your radiator's not
Shut
punctured.
up!
You should be able
Shut
to drive it,
up!
but you're not leaving.
Do we have another unit coming?
wow,
Yeah.
she's unbearable. She is unbearable to be around. Oh my god.
I got someone. I asked for one. I don't know who's coming.
Like, this has to be a daily occurrence. If this is your reaction to a fender bender, this has to be like an honest, like every week, like a weekly reaction.
It was green! It was green!
We just gotta get some pictures.
No! No!
Well, there's no damage to his, it doesn't seem like. There's just damage to yours.
Yeah, I know. Great. Funny. Great. Get away from me.
This is how it acts.
All right, then we'll just let him drive away. We'll let him file an insurance claim to get a new paint job on his car. And you'll be on your merry way, and you'll have to pay for your own car.
Stop! Don't talk to me!
Kayla, why are you
Don't
freaking out?
talk to me!
Why are you freaking out?
Really not too much.
I'm so
I really want to see... Bro, what are you so fucked for? If the car drives, it drives. You ever drive by somebody that has duct tape on their window? Or they're missing a door or some shit? Motherfuckers drive with trash bags as windows. You can fucking... As long as you're legally allowed, you're still allowed to drive that car, right? As long as it's fine, like, you can have dents in your car. They're not going to be like, oh, you're fucked. Like, it just looks bad. Oh, it might be a rental. Ah, it might be a rental. Oh, shit. I was going to say, if she owns the car, it's like, fucking whatever. Like, you just drive the car until you can fucking fix it.
Kayla,
I can't fix this!
okay? Kayla, get out of the street.
No!
Get out of the road! Get out of the road!
Leave me alone!
She should become a Twitch streamer. She should be like a YouTuber. Dude, like, if she... No, like, genuinely. Like, dude, people would watch her. Like, honestly.
Get out of the road!
Leave me alone!
I'm not gonna leave.
Get the fuck out of my face!
If you keep yelling,
Leave me alone!
listen, if you keep yelling,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
care!
hang up.
Leave me alone!
Yeah, put her on, like, ranked Overwatch. or some shit. Like, put her in, like, a COD, like, COD SND. Just make her do, like, just chatting streams and react to, like, fucking trolls.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
It's a pretty simple accident investigation.
God!
it's actually not that bad. Fuck you! It's like, honestly, probably, like, you might be able to honestly fix it with, like, hot water and a plunger. And my life is ruined! It's, like, honestly not that big of a problem. I like, realistically, I feel like we might be able to fix it, right?
I'm not doing
No,
anything!
you're not going on the road.
I'm
No,
not.
You're not going to go on the road.
This is insane! This is insane! I can't believe it! Oh! You guys are fucking pricks!
You get pictures,
What did they do?
Chris?
No!
God, I'd egg this on as long as possible. If I'm the officer, just so I don't have to go sit in my car and do nothing, I'd just be like, well, let's unpack this. Why are you actually upset? She just starts cursing you out.
Do you have what you need for an accident report? Yeah, we have what we need from the gentleman. Okay, do you want to tell us what happened?
No! The light was green and he didn't go!
Okay. Officer Berg will create.
Do you think the light was green and she was at a full stop and then gassed? Or do you think she was going and the light was green and just ran into him? I feel like she was already driving and he was at a standstill and it went green and then she just didn't stop and hit him. But I guarantee you it was green for like a second. Like, if the light goes green, say the light goes green. and you sit for that long, like that pause that I did, people will honk their horn at you. Like, people get that mad.
Accident report. You want the case number?
Yourself.
Okay. Do you have her current information?
Do you have insurance?
I'm not giving you anything.
Do you have insurance?
I'm not giving you anything.
All right, well, we'll just give her a citation for no proof of insurance.
Okay, give me
That's
a
fine.
citation. I don't care.
That's fine.
Why do I
You clearly will care, because then you're going to get fined, and it's going to be on your record, and then you're going to have a harder time getting a job, and you're already freaking out about a fucking dented hood.
getting a citation for?
I already explained it to you. I'm not going to sit here and debate with you.
Insurance card.
You told me, you just told me that I should kill myself and you. That's what you told us. You have insurance. You were involved in an accident. You need to provide insurance.
I don't have the information.
Then who is it, Kayla?
I don't know.
Okay, would you like to give it to us at some point? You want to tell us what happened?
The light was f***ing green,
just-
and my
just-
tires
you don't
are
have to-
full.
Oh, the guy left! Oh, the guy left! He probably was like, yo, can I just leave now? Like, this is kind of fucking crazy.
And I slid into his truck.
Okay,
Oh, that's more of an explanation than I got.
your tires are bald?
That's what Cheryl told me
Okay, when was that?
the other day.
Can you come off the road?
No, I want to get hit by a car.
Why?
I'm
Why? It's an accident.
I can't afford to fix this.
You probably don't have to fix it that much.
You guys are f***ing retarded. Straight up f***ing stupid.
Okay,
Bro, pop the hood and go like this. And it'll go. Maybe, yeah, this part, you maybe have to replace this part, but dude, like, you could probably just drive with it for a while.
I'm not going to put up with that. All right.
I don't
Good luck.
have an insurance card. My insurance.
Like, the lady that I hit, I had to end up paying for it because I cracked her bumper, and that's, like, something you can't fix. But if it's just, like, dented, dude, you could just pop it back in.
It's through a different state.
Through what? Okay, you can call Officer Berg tomorrow and let him know who your insurance is.
No,
Okay, well then, you will be cited for that.
that's fine.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right.
Are they just letting her go?
Oh.
That was it?
So,
Kayla
Bro.
was charged with disorderly conduct for her behavior.
Okay, she got disorderly conduct. Bro, I want to read the comments. Oh, this was like 2 months ago. Or not 2 months ago, like 4 months ago. Her parents should be charged with a felony for conceiving her. Oh, I gotta do push-ups? I can't believe she's an actual person, like a real-life cartoon character. Banned from having a driver's license. She's driving highly emotionally on the same roads as you are. Dude, but like, dude, people react like that. It's like, it's not just her. Like, I don't want to say that, like, this happens often, but it does. Like, when people get in car accidents, there will be people that are, like, bang on your fucking window and shit. Like, I've had family members that have gotten in car crashes, and it's not their fault, and the other person goes up to them and starts, like, fucking punching their window, and they're like, get out of the fucking... Like, they want to fight or some shit. Like, road rage is, like, a genuine thing. It's Recon and Holy for the sub. Hers is just, like, a weird, manic road rage. Goofy horror movies too. Okay, before we start this, now I can do my little story time. Goofy horror movies. Every slasher film from the 70s, every slasher film from the 80s, terrible. All of them horrible. The acting's terrible. It's not scary. And they used to think those movies were fucking terrifying. Like those were like award winners. Friday the 13th, the OG Halloween, Michael Myers. I also call it Jason, by the way, and Michael Myers. I'm not calling that Halloween and Friday the 13th. Why can't we just name it what it is? The worst one of them all, Nightmare on Elm Street. Ugh, unbearable. Unbearable. I didn't even finish that movie. It was so stupid. Jason is... Okay, here's the difference. Nightmare on Elm Street is a better film than Friday the 13th, but it's bad. The thing that makes Friday the 13th and Halloween watchable is that they're so fucking bad that you have to keep watching. It is And it's so predictable. Everything, we watched Friday the 13th part 2, me and Brooke last night. And Brooke calls it off rip. She goes, there's going to be a nude scene, and right after the nude scene, the girl's going to die. They always show a girl's boobs right before she dies. I go, there's no way. And then out like 5 minutes later, the one woman that's clearly the one that they're like sexualizing gets butt naked, goes skinny dipping. Her friend steals her clothes. And she's like, give me my clothes back, Jonathan. Ugh, you perv. He gets caught in a trap. She's like, I'll go get something to cut you down. He dies. She walks up. She's like, ah! And then she gets murdered too. And the whole time, Jason's in the corner, just watching. And I'm like, this motherfucker's got to be gooning to this. There's no way. There's no way. The whole scene, you're seeing the woman naked from Jason's point of view. And he's just hiding in the woods, just watching her. I'm like, this is fucking weird. This is literally gooner film, dude. Jason's just in the corner cranking one out to this. It's fucking crazy. I just spoiled the film. It came out 50 years ago. It came out when your parents were fucking 5. Okay? If you ask your parents, though, if you have older parents, like, hey, was Friday the 13th a scary film? They're probably going to hit you with a, yeah, man, that was for the edgy kids back in my day. Meanwhile, it's literally just like he drives an ice pick through somebody's head and they're dead. And all the special effects look terrible. Oh, so bad. They're just goofy movies. Anyways.
Growing up, when I thought of horror movies, I always thought scary. You know, creepy atmospheres, scary looking killers, jump scares. But in a sea of these scary or even terrifying horror movies, sometimes there's some goofy ones. Horror movies so low budget or so ridiculous or sometimes so trash.
Oh my God, I almost watched the Sloth one. I think that's on Hulu. Oh, Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey. I'm pretty sure the second one they made was actually good. Thanksgiving. What was the one with Addison Rae that was during Thanksgiving? That movie actually wasn't that bad. That was a pretty good film, I must say. That one with Addison Rae it wasn't just called Thanksgiving. It was a good movie.
Can't help but laugh.
I wouldn't watch it again, but I enjoyed it.
So today, after nearly 3 years, golly, I'm revisiting this topic and we're gonna be going over some more goofy horror movies. Some of these are well established, some of these are very popular, and some of these are
I think the OG Purge movie was good, and then everyone after that was bad. They should have just, I don't know why they had to keep this stupid fucking, I never understand why they do we have to have a story, right? We need a plot and a prequel on how the Purge started. I don't need that shit. Same thing with the Hunger Games. You know how good the Hunger Games movies would be? I mean, they were great films. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't fucking, sit on the edge of my seat for, catching fire and shit like that. But you know how good those movies would be if they just showed random Hunger Games? Like, if they could just be like The Purge 2063 and The Purge 1935. And just, it's a universe where The Purge exists and it just tracks a new person every year of, like, them trying to survive lawlessness. Or The Hunger Games, like, just Hunger Games 85. And it's just like a random Hunger Games. We follow a random character. And it's like, hey, this is them trying to live through the Hunger Games. Like, because that's what's awesome. They're all based off the books. The Purge isn't. Hunger Games is. So that's why I get it. Because for book series, you need to wrap it around. But for movies, like, I've said this before. In the Hunger Games movie, in the OG one, where they were showing all the Hunger Games movies, or all the Hunger Games previously. And in one of the snippets in the film, it shows, like, a big dude smashing a guy's head in with a brick to win. And it was like the Hunger Games 2 years prior. And he's like, ugh, and he show me that one. Show me that Hunger Games. Just make a movie on that Hunger Games. It would be fucking awesome. Not even a movie. Make a movie of like 5 different Hunger Games and keep them in half-hour snippets. That'd be awesome. I just get to fucking watch them shit unfold.
Popular, and some of these are the most ridiculous movie you'll ever see. And
Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter.
You'll ever see. And what better way to start than with a popular one? The Purge. We all know this one. Every year in America, all crimes become legal. Rich people are protected. Poor people die. Economy and crime rates thrive. Yada, yada, yada. People kill each other. Now, It's a good move. There were some goofy decisions made, like the daughter running off on her own when someone's in the house, or this.
Well, that's every horror movie, they have to pan into idiocy, because a lot of the time, if you did the logical play, you would just be safe. Like, why are they even in country? They're a well-off family. Why don't they flee to Canada for a day? Only the United States observes the Purge holiday. Why don't they leave country? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you getting the fuck out of here? Why don't you have a bunker under your fucking house with 6-inch steel walls that you could just fucking hide in?
Son, you know, letting in a complete stranger on a night where people are allowed to kill each other. Oh my goodness. Just
Yeah, you ain't letting anybody in unless you know that motherfucker. I wouldn't even trust people. Would you trust your friends? I feel like, yeah, I would trust my boys. But during the Purge, if I ain't know you well, I'd be like, nah, I can't be hanging out with you, bro. You wouldn't trust your friends. I would trust my friends. I would trust my friends, but if it was like an acquaintance, no. But like people I actively hang out with, you're tripping. You wouldn't hang out with your friends. I'd be like, let's just chill during the Purge. I would be a little scary though. You know what I mean? You'd be like, on the off chance one of these people doesn't like me, they could kill me. Your best friends, they would touch me. You think your friends would touch you? That's not good. If you're worried that in a place of lawlessness, the only reason your friends aren't touching you is because it's illegal, you probably need to get new friends.
pisses me off to this day. But the silliness of this movie for me doesn't lie in the decisions or the killing.
I would touch them. Stop. I'm cutting this off. No. Give it a rest. Moving on.
Or the acting or anything like that. For me, it lies in its concept. A day where everything is legal. There's no rules to stop you.
Bro, I will say the scene in the OG Purge where it shows the broadcast off rip and it's like, you know what I'm talking? And it blue screens and it does the whole announcement. That shit's scary. That's cool as fuck. And I thought it was so stupid though, where they're like, you can't kill government officials, blah blah blah. I'm like, people are still gonna try to kill government officials. If the Purge existed, even though they were like, you can't kill Donald Trump, somebody's gonna go kill Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, it's not stopping anybody. I always thought the dumbest rule was in the end of the first film, the time, like the alarm sounds that the Purge is over, and some guy's pointing a gun at the family, and he's like, oh, it's done. Dude, who the fuck's watching? Half the town's dead. You hear the alarm sound that the Purge is over, just fucking kill him, you know? What are they going to rewind the footage and be like, nah, you killed him 5 seconds after the alarm sounded. That makes it illegal.
You know cops to beat on you and people are just killing each other? Really? You get 12 hours every year to potentially change your life and you use it to kill homeless dudes and get petty revenge? Are we serious? Y'all not thinking about the long term? Y'all not thinking about the money? Go sell crack. Maybe I just don't understand.
Go sell crack for one day? For one day? What are you gonna fucking walk and be like, hey, it's the Purge, you need crack? I'll make fucking $10 off you.
The violent nature of humans. But
I would pirate movies. The edgy guy during the Purge. What are you doing for this year's Purge? I don't know, man. I think I might illegally watch the Minecraft movie. I think I might pirate some films.
I don't think that many people are itching to be the next Joe Goldberg. I'm sorry. That ending was booty, by the way. I might make a vid on it. But it ain't just the people only killing each other thing that I find goofy. There's also the unemployment and crime rate thing. The movie claims that the annual Purge lowers unemployment and crime rates. And quite frankly, I don't believe that. Because that's under the assumption that people...
I believe it lowers unemployment because so many people die that now there's no one with excess jobs. I don't think it motivates people to not be bums. I think all the bums are now dead and people need work. Like, now there's open job. You got to think, right? During the day of the Purge, fucking 100,000 people die. Those are 100,000 open jobs. Now people get work.
People don't work jobs because of competition. When in reality, people don't be unemployed because of competition. People be unemployed because these jobs are too dang bougie. We all know it's true. I've had days where I submitted, not even joking, over 80 Indeed applications just for the first word in the email they sent me back to say, unfortunately. And that's just their approval rates. That ain't even talk about their qualifications. I've seen jobs with requirements like 5 years experience, bachelor's degree, able to lift 50 pounds, fluent in Spanish, German, and Russian, and the job title? McDonald's manager, $12.50 an hour. So no, I don't think people purging each other would affect people's ability to.
I think it would lower the. I'm not okay. I'm not supporting the purge here. I'm not. Let me just fucking voice that. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying the purge should exist. I think the idea here is that the purge would lower qualifications for job markets because you can't really be picky when half of your employees die every year.
To get jobs. Then there's the whole crime rate drop thing. No, just no. If some random purger killed one of my loved ones at 6:59 a.m., you think just because the clock hits 7 a.m.
That's what I'm saying!
and purge time is over, I'ma be like, you got me this year, buddy. That was my favorite odds. I'll get you next year, though. No, I am grabbing the 12 gauge and popping, dude. And I'm sure if the purge was real, I wouldn't be the only one thinking this way. Ask yourself right now, you watching this, if someone slapped your grandma and they're right in front of you, are you really willing to wait till next year to get revenge? So no, it's also not fixing crime rates. But that's the purge, which is pretty normal compared to other movies I want to talk about, like The Evil Bong, a movie about—
Oh my god, I couldn't even watch it, bro. I love stoner movies, and they have so many of these. This is unironically the worst film, the worst horror film. Dude, they get sexually seduced by the bong, and it traps them in, like, the bong verse. And it's so stupid. What is it? It's like a bong they buy. Oh, explain it.
a bunch of stoners that come across this evil bong that when they
Oh my god, and it, like, talks to them. And it's like so poorly edited, too. You could tell the budget of the film's like 10 grand.
smoke it, it transports them to Bong Road, an evil dimension full of killer strippers. This movie has 9 sequels.
Yeah, and they get looped in because they're like sexy strippers, and then like once they're in the bong verse, they're like, and they're like, and then that's the film.
By the way, then there's another very popular—
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
one, Beetlejuice. I'll be honest, I did not know this movie was a thing for the longest.
I never watched the OG Beetlejuice. I watched the new one, and I loved it. I thought the new one was great.
I had heard a lot of good things about the so-called Beetlejuice, but when I thought of Beetlejuice, I only ever thought of, that little dude. So when I finally watched it, my expectations were high. And I ain't gonna lie, it didn't disappoint. This movie's the definition of goofy, but it's great. I can't even explain what I like about this movie so much. It's not the most exciting story. Nothing in it makes sense. It's barely even a horror movie. But as much—
It's just a likable film. Like, it's not, you're not even it's like just a good vibe. It's like rewatching a show.
much as I hate to say this word, it has a vibe to it. It has this weird, funny take on afterlife where there's waiting rooms and stuff. That would suck. The music for this movie is just mwah, mwah.
The best depiction I've seen of what eternal hell torture would be was from the show Supernatural. What was the guy's name? Crowley. He made hell an infinite waiting line. Because in the show Supernatural, there's like, there's not one devil, right? There's the devil, but then there's a guy that runs hell. And that guy changes. And Crowley ran hell. I didn't ask. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, Supernatural, he runs hell. And he makes hell like an infinite queue to where, like, you get to the front and you're like, oh my god, I'm almost there. And then it resets you all the way back to the start. And you just do that forever. Like, you never reach the end of the line. You're just always waiting in line. And I feel like, I don't know if that would be worse than just, like, torture. Because I think torture for the first 10,000 years would be worse. But I think the level of insanity for waiting would be, like, over an infinite amount of time. I feel like having, like, psychological torture like that would probably be worse than just, like, physical pain.
And, like, I don't know. When I was watching this, it's like I slowly—
I don't know. Either way, that would both be horrible.
felt my desire to grow some bangs and dye my hair increasing. It was great. If you've never seen it, this movie is about a small town couple, Barbara and Adam, who die after being murdered by a dog. Kinda, not really. That's just my interpretation of it, but you can't tell me this wasn't murder. And after respawning back at
Wait, is this Beetlejuice? I just remember the fucking second one.
their crib, they find out they're ghost haunting their old house, which is low-key pretty cool. Yeah, they can't leave the crib or get sent to literal Saturn and get attacked by sandworms, but, eternal love or something. But their fun is spoiled after a family of snobby New York artists move into their house. And that's when you realize this movie, instead of being about the family being haunted by the couple, it's more like them being haunted by the family because they cannot stand these people. The stepmom, who's also the mom from Home Alone, is just super posh and obsessed with art. The dad, who's into bird watching, he's just money hungry. And the dude who plays him in real life is into some disgusting stuff. And then the daughter, well, she's the only cool one. She can actually see the ghost couple, and best of all, she embodies the vibe this movie gives me. Just super goth.
And where the fuck's Beetlejuice at?
Man. It's cool, but the couple was annoyed by this family so much, besides Lydia, they did everything in their power to scare them away. Ripped their own faces off, fake murder scenes, nothing worked. They even possessed them and made them throw it back. Might be my favorite scene. What? It's funny. But even that didn't work. It actually made things worse because these dudes decided it'd be a smart idea to make the ghost a tourist attraction, like a business. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely going to that. Did you see how they was throwing it? With no other options left, like something straight out of The Exorcist, they looked to hire a specialist. But this wasn't just...
In my head, in real life, I'm not opposed to ghosts existing. But if you're ever marketing that place to me, like the Conjuring house, which I know is very documented, but if I'm able to take a 10 a.m. tour at this house, it's not haunted. Not haunted. A haunted house, in my mind, is some abandoned, run-down shit in the middle of the woods that nobody's been to for 5 years, and nobody even knows that it's there. And you pull up, and it's just fucking scary. Like, that's how I perceive a haunted house.
Any specialist, this was Beetlejuice, not the little one. This dude is a moldy skin, green-haired having, perverted being, and I mean very perverted, animated demon. And even though he showed up halfway through the movie, this dude was definitely the star of the show. They summoned him after saying his name 3 times to help them scare out the family, but turns out Mr. Juice likes to do more than just scare people, because when he gets summoned, this dude starts trying to kill the family. That's called false advertising, Mr. Juice. Barbara eventually stops him, but it was too late. The damage was already done, and the only cool one in the house, Lydia, didn't trust the couple because she thought it was them that did it. I mean, they're ghosts. But don't worry, that wasn't the end for Mr. Juice yet. We see Lydia in her room looking all sad, looking all goth, wanting to not be living, until she goes to the attic and sees Mr. One and Only himself, Mr. Juice. She starts telling him about her problems and how much her parents suck and how she wishes she were dead. Yeah, mental health and stuff. How about you get me out of here? Mr. Juice promises he'll help Lydia with whatever she wants as long as she helps him. But before he can, the ghost couple come back. Where were they? You know, ghost stuff. They tell Lydia being dead doesn't make anything any easier, and it kind of sucks. That's right, life is worth living. But this wholesome moment is ruined when the couple, after giving Lydia her motivation...
Why did he have like a 3-foot-long nose? What was the relevancy there?
Being exercised. Yeah. In an attempt to impress some business partners, this dude over here started pretty much killing Barbara and Adam. They're already dead, but you know what I mean. With no other choice, Lydia rushes to Beetlejuice for help, and he helps her, but at a price. Beetlejuice is summoned and he does what he does, terrorizing and kissing the family and their guests. But he does save Barbara and Adam at a price. Beetlejuice agreed to help Lydia if, and only if, she marries him. What in the R. Kelly? You're hundreds of years old. This girl's a teenager. He really is a demon.
But didn't he want to marry her because that would set him free out of like, what was the... It was in the second film. There's like it's not like because he loves her. It's like he wants to marry her because he's contractually binded to the underworld or something. And like he needs to marry anyone to get out of it.
A Minecraft YouTuber. But before their wedding could be complete, Lydia is saved by Barbara and Adam. And the sandworm from earlier comes through and eats Mr. Juice. What a fitting way to go out. Like I said, although a little wacky and goth, I really enjoyed this movie. 8.5 out of 10. The vibes are valid. But I cannot say the same about the next movie I'm about to go. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I've never even heard of this. Is this actually supposed to be like canonically Abraham Lincoln, the president of the United States?
This is real. And when I tell y'all this is one of the most
oh my god, he's wearing the hat,
ridiculous horror movies I've ever watched, yeah, it's a horror movie. I truly mean it. This movie opens up and the first thing we see, a little black kid getting whipped. Okay, all right. This kid is Abe's best friend, and since it's the 1800s, he's sadly a slave. As a descendant of Caribbean slaves myself, and also probably a slave master. Not cool, white people, not cool. We see a young Abe Lincoln rush in to defend his friend only to fail, and this little debacle, I like that word, gets him, or should I say his family, in more trouble than he thought. Because that very same night, while little Abe is writing in his journal, he sees someone come in the house. And y'all can already guess who or what it was. A vampire. Which off the rip is how you know this didn't happen. Vampires are supposed to be welcome into your house. They can't just walk in like they own the place. This vampire, who was the same dude from earlier, was what started it all for Abe. Because after killing Abe's mama, R.I.P.
Vampires have to get welcomed into your house? Since when is that a part of the lore of a vampire? I thought they just fucking attack people.
Abe vows to get revenge on him. And this desire for justice is what started
old gen vampires, the ones that still follow the code.
It's Abe's vampire hunter journey. We see him get recruited. He gets a training arc where he can somehow chop down a whole tree in one swing and eventually kills hella vampires. But after finally getting revenge and reflecting and realizing this vampire thing is bigger than he ever thought, I'll get to that in a second, he comes to the conclusion that the only way he'll really make a change in the world is through politics. So then he becomes president. And here during his presidency is where we really see the absurdity of this movie.
That's Captain America. How have I never heard of this movie?
During his presidency is where we really see the absurdity of this movie. Because if you paid attention in U.S. history,
Anthony Mackie, sorry, I always refer to people, if they're superheroes, as their superhero name. It's like if I see one of the Hemsworths, I'm like, oh, that's Thor.
What war started during his presidency, class? That's right, the Civil War. And now, follow-up question. Who fought in that war? If you said the Union and the Confederacy, you're wrong. Because in this movie, instead of fighting against Southern slave owners, they fight against Southern slave owners who happen to be vampires. Yeah, the Confederate South in this movie is just roaming with vampires, which in my opinion is hilarious. Can you imagine being a black person in the 1800s and you get rolled up on by a racist Confederate vampire?
I thought vampires can't go outside during the day. Am I wrong? I feel like if there were vampire slave owners, it would be fairly easy to get away from them because like they can't chase you he had a hat on. The hat just removes all the fucking, oh, you're gonna burn in the sunlight. He still had the sun beating on his face. What do you mean? He wasn't wearing like some big ass sombrero that was like covering his fucking head.
To suck your blood.
He had a fucking top hat on.
Oh. Never mind. Or at least that's how I thought they'd be. Because in this movie, it's actually the opposite. The vampires don't see black people as inferior or a person they would avoid eating. In fact, they're actually their main source of food. And they use slavery to cover it all up. So, at least they ain't racist. The war goes the same as it did in real life. Abe frees the slaves in the South. He ain't free them all, just the ones in the South. And then they use spoons and forks and other silverware to win the war. Not joking, that's how they won. And now finally, a movie I've been waiting to go over since 2022, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Back when I recorded part 1, this movie didn't release yet, but just off the premise alone,
Is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey the first one or the second one?
I knew it was a
I'd never seen that shit. I know the second one looked scary as fuck. The first one looked really bad.
disaster in the making. A movie
Yeah, the first one looks terrible.
about Winnie the
I'm surprised he didn't talk about Barbarian. I always talk shit on that movie. I think it's one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Pooh, the bear who eats honey all day.
Okay, no. The plot's interesting. It's just the monster's just a full pivot turn that you never think you're gonna fucking see. Hold up.
Killing people? How did this happen? Well, apparently, after chilling with Winnie and friends for years like in the show, y'all remember the show, Christopher Robin grew up and decided it was time to leave for college. Playing games and eating honey with owls, tigers, and pigs just doesn't pay bills. And with their only connection to the outside world, and most importantly, food, gone, the animals were forced to fend for themselves. And then one fateful...
Oh my god, like wild animals need to. How stupid is that? You're telling me you don't survive unless a fucking 6-year-old brings you a fucking energy bar?
winter night, they decided the only way for them to survive was to eat one of their own, the depressed donkey. Eeyore. Doing this made...
Yeah, guys, okay. I guess you could eat me. It's no... just make sure you don't eat my face.
Made them go deeper into their animal roots, never speaking again. And even scarier, it made them hate humans. And so now Winnie the Pooh kills people. This movie is so unserious. We're literally watching Winnie the freaking Pooh and Piglet kill a bunch of girls staying at a cabin just because they can. And it really is just the two of them, because this movie couldn't afford to add any of the other animals. There's no Tigger, there's no Owl, there's not even the rabbit. And
it's harder to make those look real. It's really easy to just give somebody a fucking Winnie the Pooh mask.
One thing if that was the only thing wrong with this movie, but no, the lighting is booty. Winnie the Pooh has super strength for some reason, able to chop off people's hands with one fell swoop. Like what?
I mean, he is a bear.
Some of the characters make the most ridiculous decisions.
Wait, is Winnie the Pooh a bear? Winnie the Pooh bear. Yeah, Pooh Bear.
Like, why are you still in the hot tub? You just saw him on your phone. And for crying out loud, they're wearing rubber masks. It's not even subtle. You can clearly see it. Look. This movie is something. It pretty much ends with Piglet dying and Winnie killing everyone except Christopher Robin, who he lets run away because he still had love for him. But it doesn't end there completely, because apparently since recording part 1, they've dropped a sequel to this movie. Blood and Honey 2.
But it looks so bad. It looks
which
so much better. Look at the fucking mask.
Was actually better. And this year, 2025, they're supposed to be dropping a Poohniverse movie and a Bambi one? Bambi? Nah, I gotta see that one. That was pretty much all the horror movies I wanted to go over today. Comment down below the ones you guys thought was the goofiest. And don't worry, I will be doing a part 3. There's a few more movies.
Sharknado. Ugh. The one scene in Sharknado where the fucking, I think it's the girl gets eaten by a shark and the dude rips out a chainsaw, cuts the shark open, and she's just fully intact. Like she slid down the shark's throat without the shark biting her once, and her entire body is just like perfectly fine within the shark. Like literally like swallowed her like a pill. Sharknado is so bad it's good. That's how you gotta make a shitty horror film. Something that's not unenjoyably bad, but like, okay, here's how I would describe it. 7 out of 10 movies and above, enjoyable. 4 to 6 out of 10 movies are bad. If you're watching a 4 to 6 out of 10 movie, they're not good. They're just boring. Watch a 2. If you watch a 2 out of 10 film, it's golden. That's where it's like, holy shit, this is the worst movie ever, but you have to keep watching. Shows I loved as a kid.
I didn't like leaving the crib much. I did play baseball because my Dominican genes commanded me to, but besides that, I was a homebody. I was inside all day on my PS3 or on my Wii or on my TV. Whether it was before I went to school, after school, or just on weekends, I used to love sitting in front of my TV and watching some of my favorite kids shows. So,
dude, the era of TV where everything wasn't immediately on demand on like a streaming service, and you had to wait until like 6:30 for Wizards of Waverly Place to come on, was peak childhood era. Being able, or not being able to watch whatever you wanted was good. Because then when you got to those shows you f***ed with, or like new episodes, it mattered more. Having that patience, or even like rewatching the same episode of a show you've already seen, like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody or Sweet Life on Deck, 10 times to get to the new episode that was on at like 7. Amazing.
Oh, that's what we'll be doing today. Today I'll be going on some of my favorite channels and shows I watched as a kid. Some y'all may know, some y'all may not know.
Damn, dude. Favorite show when you were a kid? I love Gravity Falls. I didn't watch Gravity Falls until I was older. I knew what it was, but I never watched it. I think no order, like me just rambling like top 5. Johnny Test, awesome. I loved Cartoon Network. I remember I wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network when I was younger. And then when I turned like 8 or 9, I was allowed to watch it here and there. And I loved Cartoon Network. Kids Next Door. What was it called? Something Kids Next Door. Something Kids Next Door, and they were spies. Codenamed Kids Next Door. Like, that era of Spy Kids was awesome. And those movies, too. Lab Rats. 10-year-old spotted. 10-year-old spotted. Lab Rats. Hell no. See, dude, I know y'all call me unk and shit, but I still love the fact that we're in the same era of shows. You know? You, like, all Gen Zers generally remember, like, Jesse, Sweet Life on Deck, Zach and Cody, Drake and Josh, right? That shit. Those Seinfeld, that wasn't a kid's show. Seinfeld, adults watched Seinfeld. Victorious, Zoe 101. I loved Zoe 101. When I watch Zoe 101 now, it's like nostalgia. And all those shows suck, by the way. If you ever, I'm telling you this right now, never rewatch your childhood shows. They're terrible. They're all bad. Whatever they are, unless it's a really good cartoon, don't rewatch it. It's really bad. It's really cringy. iCarly especially, you're going to rewatch it, and there's going to be like foot spaghetti every other episode, and it's going to be really confusing and creepy. And then you hear about Dan Schneider, and don't watch it. It ruins the show. Never rewatch a show that you loved. Okay, it's going to kill it for you. Like Ned's Declassified, great show. I bet if I rewatched it, it would be terrible. All of them are like that. Don't ever rewatch them. But we're still, as I was saying, we are all still in the same era of like peak show.
Some of y'all may love. And in the end, I'll go over the channel that hosted the shows I loved the most as a kid. I'm starting off with debatably the Go of Kids channels, PBS Kids. Now you see, the good thing about this channel is—
oh, that's way back though. Max and Ruby, Clifford the Big Red Dog. But that's not, you don't have like an attachment to that. Blue's Clues, like some old shit, Barney. Like, yeah, I remember watching that. Y'all probably remember watching that, but that's not, oh my God, memory unlocked. Magic School Bus. Little Einsteins. I hated Little Einsteins. I loved the show. I hated the intro. Little Einsteins was cool. I hated the song. And Magic School Bus in class, when you're in like kindergarten and you're like fucking watching the TV and it's Magic School Bus, or fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy. Ugh. What is Wild Kratts? Y'all keep saying Wild Kratts. Nah, this some new age bullshit. What the fuck is this? I never heard of this a day in my life. What the fuck is Wild Kratts? What is this? It's peak? What is this?
You could be dirt poor, but as long as you had a TV, you could watch shows on here. And honestly, PBS is better than me, because with the amount of bangers they produced, man, all them poor kids would have been looking at straight static. I would have been charging Clifford the Big Red Dog, Sid the Science Kid.
Sid the Science Kid. Stop. I don't know what the fuck this one is.
Cyber Chase, Arthur, Wild Kratts.
I didn't see, what is Wild Kratts? Is that just a show that I don't have in like my memory bank? If it was that popular, I had to have seen it. I feel like I recognize this fuck from Cybercharge.
Arthur.
I hated Arthur. I did not like Arthur. I didn't like Arthur, and I didn't like Caillou. I remember that. And that's wild when you're like 4 years old, you have some sort of TV taste. How you could be like, I don't fuck with this. He pisses me off, and I can't explain why.
Wild Kratts, Word Girl, every single one of these shows I didn't watch, but a lot of people liked them. Asked my mom the other day if I liked Clifford. She said I was never into it. I don't know. Sid the Science Kid, he was just hard to look.
Sid the Science Kid, the animation's uncanny. He looks a little creepy. If you had a doll of him, it would probably be really disturbing at night.
Cyber Chase and Word Girl, what do I look like, a nerd? Wild Kratts, I was too old. And Arthur, I don't know.
I think I was too old. I think I was too old for Wild Kratts. When was that, like 2010?
Oh, I just thought he was.
Because you got to think, PBS Kids, you probably watched till you're like 5, 6. 2010, I was 8.
These shows just weren't my style. They weren't my jams. It is just too ugly. I was more interested in elegant stuff. Curious George, Magic School Bus, Dragon Tales. Now,
oh my God. Bro, see, this is so weird that these shows were such a part of my childhood and like a lot of ours. Dragon Tales, bro, I would not remember that. If I didn't watch this video, I would never have, that would not have sparked in my brain for the rest of my life. Maybe on my deathbed. Maybe on my deathbed as dimethyltryptamine is getting released in my brain, I'm like, oh, Dragon Tales. And I sit back up. That's one of the incoherent things I would be blabbering to my grandkids at that time while I'm on a hospital bed. We gotta go get the star. What? I'd just be talking about random childhood shows.
These were the shows I was excited to watch. Magic School Bus was dope. Miss Frizzle was always taking the kids down some random orifice or some random homeless dudes.
I remember I thought Miss Frizzle was bad when I was a kid, bruh. I remember Miss Frizzle. I was like, uh-huh. I thought Miss Frizzle was attractive.
Some random orifice or some random homeless dude's body. It was great. Curious George, he was just a silly monkey. He was just enjoyable to watch.
It still fucks me up that he ain't got a tail. I remember him with a tail.
And Dragon Tales, come on, they're dragons. They had a pink one, a blue one, twin dragons. They even had a disabled dragon for some reason. But my favorites on PBS Kids were easily Teletubbies, Sesame Street, and
No, Teletubbies was... I think I was too young to remember. The only memory I have of Teletubbies is no thoughts. Like, I'm talking, if you entered my brain in these memories, it was just... And I was watching it on one of those fat-ass dinosaur TVs at my grandparents'. And I was just like this. And I remember the son was talking. And that's it. It's so weird because when you look back at your younger memories of yourself, you could look back at those memories and not necessarily remember what you were thinking, but remember the mindset you had at that time. I feel like when you go pre-5 years old, all of your memories are like implanted. You can't resonate at all with like your personality or anything. Obviously, you're a different person every year, every day. But like I could look back at me watching iCarly and like remember the foods I liked and remember the person I was at that time. I can't look back pre-5 years old and have like any recollection of any memory I ever had.
I don't even know what they did on this show, honestly. Frolicked or stared at the baby son, I don't know. But I know I liked it. My favorite Teletubby was Tinky Winky. Then there was Sesame Street, aka the top dog of this channel. And I may have not liked Clifford, but my mom told me I was a fiend on this show. And she wasn't wrong. I loved everyone on Sesame Street. They had to go Elmo leading the charge. So many memories with him, so many. Easily my favorite one of the show. I literally cried when my mom threw away my Elmo doll. It still hurts. Then they had the giant overweight Duck Bird, Big Bird. I highly doubt.
Is Barney a part of Sesame Street? See, this is where I get so fucked up. Is Barney in... No. What is Barney a part of? Why do I... Bro, chat, no, that was a genuine question, bro. Why are y'all getting upset about it? He had his own show. But did he have other stuff? Muppets. Were Muppets and Barney the same thing? No.
And then my two favorites besides Elmo, Oscar the Grouch and Cookie Monster.
I love Cookie Monster.
How could you not like these two? Oscar was funny. Cookie Monster, he was clearly a drug addict, but he was so crazy and wacky. He was funny. And then the last of my favorites from PBS, Barney. Who can blame me? Everyone liked Barney.
See, what were these other weird dinosaurs with Barney? I don't remember any of them. I just remember the one song where it was like, I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Bro, how old was I? Why is that in my head? Yeah, Barney and Friends. And Friends, because ain't nobody give a fuck about Barney's dumbass friends. He's the main character.
Everyone liked Barney. He was a dinosaur. He was purple. I understand the Teletubbies, but how are people scared of this guy? Bro, it's Barney. He's pretty much a celebrity. He ain't messing up his veneers for you. Like I said, though, PBS was debatably the GOAT. It's not my favorite. But first, I want to go over my least favorite when it came to kiddie shows.
Oh my god, that stupid fucking Mickey show. The hot dog. Hot dog. What is that? What is that? The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and it was like a weird, dude, it was like a fucking bad acid trip watching that stupid show.
Disney Junior. This channel just didn't really have...
Oh, fuck Disney Junior, dude. That show, I remember every show there was like, dude, just repetitive. Every day I would wake up for school to be Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on.
That many hits, and the ones they did have just weren't really my forte. I was not watching Little Einsteins.
Oh, they're annoying ass. I would curb stomp these motherfuckers, Little Einstein. I hated these kids when they would sing Little Einsteins. Shut up. And the Wonder Pets, and they'd be like, the phone is ringing. Shut the fuck up. They were those two shows, horrible. Hated them.
I was not watching Handy
I watched Handy Mandy, though. Nah, Handy Mandy. I watched Handy Mandy.
that fake Bob the Builder. And
Nah, fake Bob the Builder, but he a cool guy, though. He hated on too much. Handy Mandy, you know, he did it. He got his job done.
I was not watching Bear in the Big Blue House. There was the occasional, it's the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, no, it's so bad. It's so bad.
That show was pretty lit from time to time. I even learned how to do the Goofy dance. There was also Doc McStuffins, which I only watched on plane rides, but she was pretty cool. It was like Grey's Anatomy for kids. Love to see it. Black excellence. But I didn't really watch these shows that often. Probably the one Disney Junior show I do remember watching hella of was the Lilo and Stitch show. Now that was some heat. I know it technically...
Dude, the Lilo and Stitch movies and shows are just like, the songs are so different, obviously, that they're just so nostalgic. Like, they did well. And it appealed to, you know how there were like Disney shows that it would appeal to guys and Disney shows that would appeal to girls and then some both? Like, Lilo and Stitch is such a show that just encapsulates everyone that it was, you know, bound to be a successful thing. It's both. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't a Disney Junior original, but it still aired, so it counts. I love this show. If you never watched it, just imagine the Lilo and Stitch movie, but it's a show and way more Stitches. My favorite episodes were
I love the different Stitches. It was like Pokemon. I remember I thought that shit was so fun. When they would come out with different, like, all the little mutants, and they would have their own little powers, and some of them would be, like, stupid, and some of them would be really dangerous.
Way more Stitch. My favorite episodes were the one where Stitch gets a shorty, pretty much a pink version of himself. And of course, the crossover episode with Kim Possible. That was some heat. Who, if we're counting as a Disney Junior show, then this was also a banger. Kim and Shego My Ego were obviously my favorites. And relax, it's not because I thought they looked good as a kid. You got me. The rest of the cast was alright. We had Ron, who was supposed to be like the love interest, but come on now. We all know he was just a gay best friend. We had the fat black dude. He was like the hacker one. He was chill. And then we had my least favorite of the main cast, Rufus. He was just chopped. He was Ron's naked mole rat.
I don't remember that. What? Rufus the naked mole rat. I remember watching Kim Possible. I remember the little nerdy guy and Kim Possible and everybody else. I remember that cheerleader in the back. I remember her.
Who is owning this? But the show was good. It was fun. It was cool. It was fun to see Kim go on these spy missions. And Ron always messed something up. But that was just Disney Junior. That's not even me bringing up Disney's other kid channel that I want to talk about. Disney XD. But before I talk...
Bro! Zeke and Luther. Oh my God. No, that just brought back another one right there. Disney XD. Yeah, it was for like the hardcore teens. It was like you felt badass when you watched Disney XD. It had all the edgy shows. Disney XD. Older kid cartoons. Zeke and Luther. Fucking, yeah. I don't know if Kick Patowski was on it. But yeah, shit like that.
Talk about Disney XD, I need to talk about its predecessor. And I'm not gonna lie, if you were born after 2006, you probably have never heard this channel. But let me tell you about it, because it was amazing. JetX. My late 90s and early 2000 viewers, I know y'all feel the nostalgia.
Nope. Nope. You lost me. Early 2000s, late 90s, literally in that demographic,
Had nothing educational. It was literally just Disney XD before Disney XD.
The logo seems familiar. You know when there's just like parts of your childhood that are just like lost forever? This seems like one of those. I'm not doubting that I watched this. I just can't remember it.
Except its shows were not even debatably, its shows were better. This channel had shows like Sonic X, which I already know. A banger. Yin Yang Yo, Totally Spies, Power Rangers SPD, Power Rangers Mystic Force, Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and the best Power Rangers series, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Honestly, I loved all of them. I was always the Red Ranger, but this one holds a special place.
I always wanted to be the black guy.
This channel also had Puka. Y'all know that show where the little ninja dude is running from that girl who can't take no for an answer. It was fire. I love that one as a kid.
I'm being fucking for real. What do you want me to lie? I wanted to be the black dude.
It was fire. I love that one as a kid too. And not only did it have great shows, but this channel was also low-key my introduction to anime. It had another show I loved.
Oh, were these all shows that were on Jetix before it was acquired by Disney XD?
Specifically Digimon Frontiers, which unironically has one of the best.
I never watched anime as a kid outside of Pokemon. I remember watching like early Pokemon episodes. And that was it. I never watched Goku, never watched Naruto, never watched Digimon.
Then they had my goats, Mega Man, NT Warrior, and Beyblade, the original one. Oh my goodness, was I obsessed. Especially with Mega Man. Bro, I wanted to be him. And of course, you know I can't forget my favorite of the marketable animes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Me and my brother loved this show.
I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game. I never watched the show. I bet it was cool. But Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game is so fucking poorly made, in my opinion. It's like a game. The game, if you have a good deck, you win in fucking 4 turns. It's just not. There's no build. Okay, keep in mind, the reason I have this bias is because I was a Magic the Gathering nerd. I don't know what card games you guys played, but I never played Pokemon. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I played fucking Magic the Gathering. Like, turbo nerd game made by a mathematician. Like, nerd shit. I loved Magic the Gathering. And so any game that didn't have the same exact mechanics, like, I didn't understand why you had the base health you had or how the game and the turns went in Yu-Gi-Oh! The idea of, like, mana play made way more sense to me. Magic the Gathering, bruh, nerd alert. Okay, let's be fucking for real right now. If you play any card game, that's nerd shit. Nothing wrong with it, but let's not try and discriminate Magic the Gathering and act like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for jocks, because at the end of the day, all of them are nerd shit. I'm not dissing Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. It's just not a game I could get into.
We had DVDs, we had action figures, we had cards. I just said had. I still have cards. Let me show.
Bro said Uno? Uno? Yo, you're not even in the conversation, dog. Get the fuck out of here. All right. We're talking about some hardcore ass deck builder games. You're saying Uno? No, not Uno. We're talking about fucking Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell, Digimon? I don't know. Any other card game that had a fucking... You had cards that had effects.
I still have cards. Let me show you.
Check them out. Check them out.
Just like Mega Man, bro. I wanted to be Yuki. I said the story in one of my old vids how I wanted to dye my hair purple, gold, and black to match him.
Oh, dude, I remember I wanted to be Ben 10. I have a vivid memory when I was in the hospital because I had to get a fucking mole removed on my face. And they had to, like, put me under for it. Because they had to, like, chop. I don't know why they had to put me under for it, but they did. And I had an IV in watching Ben 10. And it's so, like, I remember the room set up. Like, I'm imaging it in my head right now. I had to be, like, 9 or 10. Also, gotta say this. Going under, off topic. Going under on anesthesia, terrifying. It's literally being dead. It is being dead. No dreams, you time warp. You time warp under anesthesia. When you dream, this is the best way I could describe it. Even if you sleep through the whole night, when you fall asleep and wake up, even if you don't remember your dreams, you feel a sense of time passing. When I fell asleep under anesthesia, this is the only time I've ever been under it. I remember the doctor asking what sports I played. I had a mask on my face. I'm breathing in this fucking air. And he's like, count down from 10. I'm like, 10, 9, 8. Literally 10, 9, 8. Literally cut, boom, awake. Like, instantaneously. Just like fucking, like I'm playing buckshot roulette and you just shot me in the chest and then I just got fucking rezzed by some weird medicine. Literally, like, fell asleep. But you feel like you feel like you slept because you're energetic, but it's like no time has passed. Like, you literally just time warped one place to the other.
I was willing to become emo for Yugi. That's just how much I love this show and all its characters. I even loved Kaiba, and his whole purpose was to hate on Yugi and Joey.
Mokuba, make sure Wheeler's late.
Jetix was just amazing, man. It was amazing. But now I gotta talk about Disney XD. Now, Disney XD, although not as amazing as Jetix, it was definitely a step up from Disney Junior. Kick Buttowski with his BBL, the 9th grade ninja, Ultimate Spider-Man. This wasn't a bad lineup, but the bestest thing to ever air on
Gravity Falls is like a timeless show. That is just such a good... I originally got this question mark tattoo, not even because it was the Gravity Falls question mark. I just thought it looked good. But now, like, I didn't get it for the question mark. I just tell people I got it because it's the Gravity Falls one because I don't want to explain why I got it. And they're like, that's badass. Like, nobody's ever gone, dude, you got a Gravity Falls question mark? Like, people fuck with Gravity Falls. It's so cool. It's just, the plot is great. It's a kid's show for sure, but it's not a kid's show where it's like shitty kid humor. It's just, it's a story. Kids like the humor and like the quickness of it, but when you grow up and you watch the show and you're in your late teens, early 20s, it's still just a show that has a good fucking plot. You're like, I want to know what happens next. It keeps you watching, and it's short as fuck. It's only 2 seasons.
On Disney XD was Gravity Falls. Now look, when I was a kid, I was a conspiracy head. I love watching videos on abduction stories, ghost stories, urban legends. Bro, I knew all the Mandela effects. Febreze was spelled with 2 E's, not 1. So when Disney dropped Gravity Falls, a show all about supernatural stuff, of course I'ma love it. And this may sound crazy to say.
It's good they ended it where they did, but I wish there was like other just one-off episodes. I don't want to say the pacing was great, but I kind of wish there was a little more filler. Because you could really, with the idea of Gravity Falls and just like mythology in general, they could just go down any rabbit hole of just random shit. They're making more of it. I remember when that website came out 10 years after the fucking final episode of the show, and it unlocked and people tried to decipher it. And it basically said that Dipper and Mabel are the only 2 that survived out of every single universe in existence, and that's because of Waddles. But even then, that doesn't claim that they're going to make another show. It did say that Bill Cipher wasn't dead, but I don't think they're going to continue the show. Wouldn't it be weird if they did a season 3 with them grown up? I don't know.
I think this is one of the best cartoon shows of all time. There was some new weird thing going on every episode. The show was actually pretty funny, and the characters were lovable. Look at Waddles. What I loved most about this show, though, is that back in the day, it had everybody who watched it theorizing about who made the journals.
Theorizing, and also the animation style of Gravity Falls is fucking great. It's like that Total Drama Island-esque, you know, vibe.
Most people were wrong, though. Like, can y'all believe there were people saying Seuss wrote the journals? Seuss? He's the stupid one. I thought it was the homeless dude. My favorite episodes were the one where Mabel gets zooted off that fun dip. That was hilarious to watch. And Bill Cipher.
Yeah, that actually is a funny-ass episode.
His introduction episode. Only because when I first saw him, I was shocked.
I remember thinking, like, dude, this was when I was like 18 watching the show. Bill Cipher was scary. Like, the idea of Bill Cipher is, obviously in the show, it's not that scary, but it's like, fuck, dude. Imagine being a kid having to deal with Bill Cipher.
The Illuminati. I could honestly make a whole video on this show, but now I want to talk about one of my favorite channels, Nick Jr. Nick Jr. was definitely my second, if not favorite channel to watch as a kid. This channel had straight 10s. Yo Gabba Gabba, 10. Lazy
Oh
Town.
my God, saw them live at Coachella. Amazing. Lazy Town. Oh, didn't that guy die?
10. Wow Wow Wubsy, 10. Max and Ruby, 10. Wonder Pets, 10. Pinky Dinky.
Wonder Pets 2.
Dude, 10. Bro, they even had an Asian Dora. Ever heard of Little Bill? Nah, I'm just joking. This is Ni Hao Kai.
That was not that funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ni Hao Kai Lan. I remember that show.
Ever heard of Little Bill? Nah, I'm just joking. This is Ni Hao Kai Lan. I did like that show though. All these shows were great. Sporticus had me doing push-ups. Pinky Dinky Doo had me brainstorming. Max had me hating my sibling. Hotland had me ordering Chinese food in Mandarin. Bro, I even enjoyed the Fresh Beat Band. And oh my goodness, these dudes have me wanting to sip smoothies and hit the stanky leg. But although these shows are great, they ain't even scratching my top 4 on this channel. My top 4 were The Backyardigans, Blue's Clues.
Bro, we need some more shows like Ni Hao Kai Lan. I feel like that would slightly fix our youth from like modern racism and other shit too. Like, not trying to get political. I feel like when you had shows like that were trying to introduce you, no matter how successful they were, but I feel like when you have shows that are like trying to introduce you to like other cultures and like foreign like people, it's better. When you're like a kid growing up in the middle of nowhere in the US and your only shows are of like white Disney actors and no one else, it's like, ooh, not really putting you off to a great start there.
Dora, and one more I'm gonna mention in a second. The Backyardigans, come on now, definitely up there. If you ain't watched this when you was young, you missed out. The adventures, the characters, the music. I know y'all ain't forget the music. Castaways. We are castaways. Look at them, they're hitting that. I've always been a Pablo kind of guy myself, but I liked everyone else too, except Austin. I don't know why, but every time I turned on the TV, he was barely in any episode. You think you're too good for me? Blue's Clues, man, this was one of my go-tos. We just got a letter.
Blue's Clues is kind of creepy though. Watching it back, like they could have really pivoted this into some sort of horror series.
I for real love this show so much. Seeing Blue and Steve, my goat Steve, going on little adventures, teaching us how to tell time, learn about physics, how to jump through paintings was all so great. Makes me want to shed a tear. I just can't believe they replaced him twice. And
see, okay, they did. Okay, I was mixing them up. I was thinking of people from the Wiggles that died, but they did replace Blue's Clues.
Hey, Blue 3D, like what is this? Dora, I know a lot of people hate on her, but this girl and her cousin Diego were...
They've been giving people way too long to answer those questions, bro. They'll be like, what do you think we should do? Yeah! I'm like, are we talking to kids that fucking say one word per minute?
Not just them, because unlike Kylan, Dora's side cast was actually memorable. We had Boots the albino monkey, Swiper the shiesty fox, Betty the blue bull, that ugly yellow...
There you go, Swiper, no swiping.
Bridge troll. Bro, even her map and her backpack were characters. Who's doing it like her? I always wondered though, if backpack can talk and move and stuff, can he like feel when people are reaching inside of him to pull stuff?
Stop. No, you're never supposed to look that far. You're never supposed to look that far into it. You've gone too far. I'm not even gonna entertain that.
I also love that she was bilingual, teaching us English and Spanish at the same time. Shout out to all my No Sabo kids. And what I loved about Dora the most is that she made me feel so involved. Every time Attention Star Swiper pulled up trying to flee something off somebody, Dora would have me saying, Swiper, no swiping! Swiper, no swiping! Oh man! And the best part was, even if I was feeling lazy that day or just didn't feel like talking, her and Boots would still get it done, so it wasn't too much pressure on me to do it. The hate this girl gets just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, sometimes she just stare
a long ass time, bro. I remember liking Diego too, but Diego was never on.
But she's just giving the stupid kids extra time. That ain't her fault. I loved her so much, I think she even affected my real life, honestly. Because ever since meeting Dora, I've had like this natural affinity or bond with every Mexican I've met. My first great crush,
every Mexican I've met. You know, I've seen Dora. You know, just saying.
But my favorite show to watch on Nick Jr. was The Upside Down Show. Shout out to
I don't remember this.
the three other people that know this show. A lot of y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about, but hear me out. It was this weird Australian show, I know, that would play on Nick Jr. at like 11 p.m. Yes, I was staying up for this. Where these two dudes, one bald one, would go on these little adventures, whether it be to the park, the movie theater, other places. And the whole time, we the viewer would help them get to where they need to go. But it wasn't all some Dora stuff, do you know where the bridge is? No. We would use our real life remote to speed them up, slow them down, turn off the lights. It was...
Oh, wait, that's actually awesome.
Some really cool interactive stuff. And not only that, but everything in this show was acted out by these two dudes. Like everything. Sound effects, objects hitting them. They even had these little action sequences where they would use their fingers to parkour. It was so cool. Like, I love this show. But sadly, Nick Jr. canceled it after only 13 episodes.
Yeah, probably didn't perform well. You could do a whole video on failed Nickelodeon and Disney series. Like Jerry Trainer, Sam and Cat, fucking, what was that one with Jerry Trainer? Something Wendell, Mick and Wendell or some shit. There's like a million shows that had like 6 or 7 episodes out of them and then immediately failed. Sam and Cat didn't fail. I feel like there was only like 1 season of that. Yeah, it was 1 season. Was it meant to be 1 season? Oh my God, 1 season, 36 episodes. Holy fuck. I forgot how many episodes they have per show or per season in like kid shows.
I know. I can low-key see why. It was a bit odd and felt like a fever dream sometimes, but man, please, those of you who rock with me, I mean really rock with me, when you're done with this, just watch one episode. Just one, please, please. And now, for my favorite...
I gotta say, no, I gotta say this first because we were on Sam and Cat. I hated how dumb they made Ariana Grande. Even when I was a kid, I was like, bro, I know she's not that stupid. Like, you're going to one of the best high schools in the world. You're like one of the best performing arts students in the world, and you're an idiot. Like, get out of here. Everybody else doing so well. She's like, what? Like, oh my God, just like unbearably annoying all the time. And it's not even her fault. Like, I know nothing against Ariana Grande. I hated how they made her character.
Channel to watch as a kid, Cartoon Network. This channel during the early 2000s and even some of the 2010s was just a definition of perfection.
Oh my God, Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
When I would come
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
out of school, this channel was my first option every single time. Unless SpongeBob was playing, I was on Cartoon Network enjoying shows like Ed, Ed, and Eddie, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh my God, dude. These I could rewatch.
Dexter's Laboratory, Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary
Oh my God.
Friends, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Teen
Hit.
Titans.
Hit. Oh my God. Wait. What is this? Not chowder. What is this? Oh my God. What is that? And it's got that little white kid, and he has a striped shirt. Flapjack.
Adventures of Flapjack.
There he is.
It's too many bangers. That's not even me talking about the 2010 shows. Regular Show, Adventure Time, The Amazing World of Gumball.
I never got behind Adventure Time, and I know so many people love that show, and I hated the animation style, and I still stand by that. I tried to watch it the other day, and the first episode was so bad. The first episode was so bad, and I couldn't keep watching it.
Even their old shows that I'd watch on Boomerang. Yeah, some of y'all remember Boomerang. Were goated. Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Jetsons, Flintstones.
Cow and Chicken, Flintstones was awesome. Dude, best show to this day, Tom and fucking Jerry. I could no brain shut off and just watch Tom and Jerry and be entertained. But for a show that came out in the fucking, 1940s? Tom and Jerry came out in 1940. And bro, almost 100 years ago. And I can watch Tom and Jerry and be like, yeah, this is chill.
Those Looney
Like Looney Tunes. Yeah, Looney Tunes. Oh my God. Me and Derek, thinking alike every time.
Tunes, Baby Looney Tunes. It's just so much peak.
I never got into Baby Looney Tunes.
What is this LeBron James longevity? I don't think I could go over how much I love these shows in just one video. Honestly, it might need its own. But I can go over one of my favorites from each era. Powerpuff Girls, unironically one of the best superhero shows ever. Better than
Bro, Invader Zim. Nobody, and never, where's Fanboy and Chum Chum? Where's Invader Zim? Why are these not getting the love they deserve?
one of the best superhero shows ever. Better than the CW.
Yeah, Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom gets a lot of hype.
Flash, don't at me. This show was so good. I remember kids at school would tell me,
That's a girl show. You're not supposed to be watching that.
but I would still come home and watch it. That's how you know it wasn't a sexist baby. I loved all three of the girls, but my favorite one had to be Buttercup. Had to. Sorry, Blossom and Bubbles fans, but Buttercup was just the best one. She had that tough energy. My favorite episodes were the one where they sing a song about love, then Cripple a Clown right after, and the Rowdy Rough Boys one. That one was dope. Then there was Ben 10. I've said this before, but easily best Cartoon Network show of this era. Or bare minimum, tied for first. Courage the Cowardly Dog was fire. He's getting his own.
Courage the Cowardly Dog is good in hindsight, but in the moment, nobody ever really... anybody I ever met was like, yeah, that show was creepy. Ben 10 was awesome because it was like what every guy wanted to be. Like, just be able to fucking transform, like, be a hero, and then also be able to transform into anything that you could think of. Like, that's just so badass.
I remember I had an Omnitrix toy, the plastic one though, not the digital one. We were too poor for that one. I played the games on the Cartoon Network website all the time. Bro, I even had Ben 10 Protector Earth on my Wii. You a real one if you played this. Shout out to y'all.
Bro, I remember like borderline downloading viruses to play these types of games. Like the Sweet Life on Deck game. I remember I was playing some Applejack's ass game on a fucking firewall website. Yeah, I was downloading some virus type shit to play those games.
And then finally, one of my favorites from the 2010s era, Ninjago. A show about Lego ninjas? Come on now. How could I not love it? This show was just nice. The intro, jump up, kick back, whip around and spin, had me doing spin jutsu all over my living room, getting whooped. It was amazing. I have fond memories of me and my childhood friends all being one of the ninjas too. I was Kai, my homie was Jay, another one was Zane, and the last one was Cole.
I'm still black.
And I'ma say it now. Kai should have been the Green Ninja. I'm not even being biased. The show was still great though, but not gonna lie, I gotta be honest with y'all. After season 3, I did not pay attention to the show anymore.
I also think we live in a time where we're the last real generation that was able to share memories of shows, because we all had very similar schedules in terms of school, and you would always watch the shows that were on at that time. You had no control over what was on. And so we all watched, you know, Jessie. We all watched all those Cartoon Network shows. We all watched iCarly. And so, because they were on the peak hours, so they were the most popular shows. Now, people can pick and choose, so that variety within people, yeah, people can be more individualistic and, like, pick and, you know, see what they want to fucking see. I don't think that the Gen Alpha generation is going to be able to do what we're doing right now. I think that they're going to maybe look back at specific social media trends and be like, yeah, remember that. But I don't think they're going to be able to, like, they're not going to look back and be like, yeah, we watched this when we were kids. Because they're all going to have watched some dumbass different shit that doesn't intertwine with each other. Because nobody watches cable TV. They just pick and choose shows or YouTubers. I think I phased out of Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney XD the second I figured out what YouTube was. That's when I stopped. I think that's when most people did.
Eventually, though, I did come back to rewatch the entire series, but when I came back, I found out this show, unlike other shows that runs for, like, you know, 5, 6, 7 seasons maybe, this show has 15. They're Lego ninjas. What do they got going on the last one in like 6? As much as I love this show as a kid, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am not watching that. Same reason I don't watch One Piece. I may be missing out on Peak, but no. That was pretty much all the shows I wanted to go over today, and there will definitely be a part 2. I have to show Cartoon Network some more love. Even the other channels, Nick and Disney, y'all really thought I wouldn't mention SpongeBob, Avatar The Last Airbender, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, or Wizards of Waverly Place? Come on, y'all know me.
Dude, the intro to Wizards of Waverly Place is so fucking good. Oh my god. Where it's like, everything is not what it seems. We gotta move on. All right, we're gonna save this other video for... I tried every seat on the most expensive airline. Lock in.
There is a seat on an airplane called an A380 that literally comes with a living room, a private bathroom, a private bedroom.
A private bathroom? I haven't seen that on a fucking airplane.
And a personal flight attendant. Now, I have no business flying in that seat. It only exists on one airplane in the entire world. However, I owe my friend Isaac a favor. His brother David lives across the world in Singapore, and they haven't seen each other in 10 years. Isaac asked me to deliver David a letter and his favorite cereal from the US all the way to his brother in Singapore.
Kraken Oat Brand? That's his fucking favorite cereal? What the fuck is that? I've never even heard of that.
But if there's one thing I know, going on this adventure of riding in every single class on the most expensive airline in the world would be insane. But the only way that's gonna happen is if I could foot the bill on a sponsor. Thank you, Shopify. I packed my bags, made my way to the airport, and boarded my first connecting flight to Singapore.
Wait, so is his ass gonna fly there, back, there, back, there, back? Is he gonna do, dude, straight fucking there? Literally just keep for like a week? That sounds so ass.
Singapore. On my way to my seat, I did pass through business class. I'm not sure how you can even call this a seat. I also passed through basic plus. Look at that leg room. That's gonna be fun. And finally made it to my first seat of the video.
Oh. I don't think I could do... The longest plane flight I've ever been on was 5 hours, and I've never flown in anything that wasn't coach. But flying in a seat like this for 20 hours sounds horrible.
Basic. So on this first flight, we're going to be flying from JFK to Abu Dhabi, which is nearly a 13-hour flight. I'm most likely going to be doing a lot of voiceover because I'm socially awkward. I passed the time by measuring our legroom, 4 inches by the way, and also just by staring out the window until our first meal arrived, about an hour and 15 minutes.
That shit looks horrible, dude. This looks like a fucking elementary school lunch. They got that fucking vegetable slop.
Into the flight. All right, lunch is served. Here's what we got. A water bottle, bottled at the source, a bread roll covered in a nice layer of plastic, chicken and rice, veggies, strawberry cheesecake, and the nectar of the gods, Sprite. This looks really good. I'm excited. How's the chicken? Have you tried it? That's Betty. She didn't hear me. She wouldn't ignore me. We're actually friends. She's my basic buddy. Silverware. I don't think I've ever touched silverware on a plane before. This is crazy. This is like first class treatment in basic. I spent the next few minutes absolutely housing this meal. I mean, this is hands down the best meal I have ever had on an airplane. This food is so good. Shortly after finishing,
I don't think I've had a meal on an airplane. Every time I go on an airplane, this is me. I sit in my seat. For 6 hours, not moving. I don't want to talk. I'll listen to the same song on repeat 40 times.
I found myself in desperate need for the bathroom, which is a great opportunity for a tour. Pretty basic, yeah. We've got a sink. The tile is nice. Oh, it's not actually tile. The toilet it's definitely a toilet. The flush button's got some use, but that's a good thing. It's doing its job well. Overall, pretty fun in here. Gets the job.
Me flushing batteries down the toilet during a flight. Me putting a bunch of AA batteries into an airplane toilet.
Job done. At this point,
I'm joking. Spirit Airlines, please don't kick me off a flight.
Flying over the middle
do that.
of the ocean, and it's late. I tried turning on a light, but accidentally flashbanged Betty, so just bear with me with the lighting. Greetings. I will say that so far the service has been incredible. Just a bit ago, I was in the bathroom, so I missed the coffee delivery. I asked the flight attendant for a coffee. She brought me a cappuccino and Oreos. This is my first time eating an Oreo suspended 35,000 feet in the air. It felt amazing. I drank my cappuccino.
I thought he was about to say it was his first time eating an Oreo.
You know, it was also delicious. I feel like I'm in first class. I do. I am so excited to go to Singapore. I remember when I was in like 8th grade, and we had a textbook that said Singapore is one of the nicest countries in the world, and ever...
Doesn't Singapore hang you if you have weed? Laws in Singapore for the death penalty convicted trafficking more than 15 grams of heroin, 250 grams of meth, and 500 grams of cannabis. Okay, so that's a shitload of weed. I think years ago, you used to be able to just they would kill you if you had weed. I don't know for sure. I remember there was an episode, it might have been on a movie of Jackass or like an episode of something where Steve-O swallowed a condom full of weed because he wanted to bring weed to Singapore, but they were telling him that if he got caught, they would probably kill him, and he was like, I don't give a fuck. And then when he got to the airport in Singapore, he shit out the condom and then smoked the weed.
I'm gonna do some work, and I will catch up with you soon. At this point, I crack open a bag of cherry berry ropes, recline my seat, and open up my laptop for some top secret work. I'm working on my computer. I'm a hard worker. A few hours later, we got to watch the most mesmerizing sunrise ever. So I asked Betty to take a video of it. She did a great job.
It's recording, right? Yeah, it's recording. It's so pretty. It's so hard to capture it, right? I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
Now that the sun is up, that means it's time for breakfast. The Basic Plus section gets served first, which means by default, Betty and I get served last. We are in the last row after all, but that just means I have more time to play Angry Birds and watch Trolls at the same time.
I got
Angry Birds. I haven't played Angry Birds in years.
chicken with rice or coconut curry.
How did the
Breakfast coconut curry? Do you got like waffles?
It's very nice. It's like a burrito bowl.
How yummy.
With guacamole.
Okay.
You got nice, yeah.
Thank you. Guess what's for breakfast? Chicken and rice.
A Big Mac?
Nice.
Oh, I'm shitting my pants, dude. You're telling me I'm gonna eat that? Oh, fuck no. That looks good. I'm shitting my pants. I'm on a 10-hour flight, and you expect me to eat that and not have to fucking take a shit? I'm gonna be crop dusting the entire plane, dude. I'd be farting left and right.
I watched this person play Angry Birds while I ate and then decided to interview the flight attendants because they have been amazing. Why are you guys so motivated to give such good service?
We love our guests, so we always give our best.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Shantae.
Where are you from?
South Africa.
Really?
Me and her.
How are you? So my name is Jocelyn, and the reason why I give good service is because I love people, I love socializing with the people, and I love Etihad. You got this, Ryan!
Do you think they make good money? Like, how much do you think flight attendants for like airlines that are going 10+ hours make? Oh, surely they have to make something well. No, they don't. I'm gonna Google that. How much do flight attendants make that go cross country? A Reddit forum has a flight attendant saying they make $75 an hour. An international flight attendant can make as low as $11K and as high as $100K. It probably just depends how many hours you're working. But I mean, that's a work day, right? Like if they fly 10 hours, that's their day.
We have arrived to Abu Dhabi. I was mildly concerned about my cereal coming into a new country, but I got through with ease. I would be celebrating right now, but I thought it was probably unwise to celebrate before my cereal gets through customs in Singapore. Regardless, this airport is awesome. Wow. Hey, this airport is insane. It's honestly pretty comforting. Maybe because there's a Texas chicken directly behind me. Flight number 1 complete for the cheapest seat on the flight. That was a great experience. If it only gets better from here, I don't know how I'm gonna behave.
Ryan is too positive, bro. Ryan is too positive, bro. Great experience. You're telling me he was having fun. Like, he enjoyed it. I'd do it again. No. No. I love that about him. Oh, yeah, dude, he makes everything seem great. But if this was a Joe Bart vlog, I would say that shit was trash. I'd say this shit was okay. I'd say that was good. That was great. I'm not going to be like, yeah, sitting in the back of a plane for a 10-hour flight was very enjoyable.
No, that's weird thing to say. If it sounds like
No
I'm
shot
slurring my
was.
words, it's because it's 3 a.m. in the U.S. And since my next flight to Singapore is in 10 hours, I'm going to go to sleep and keep this cereal safe. I hope it's still in here. It should be. Okay, let's go to a hotel. I gotta find a better way to get these shots. Very nice. This is literally in the airport. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good morning. It's nighttime. I got out of bed, took a shower, and got ready to board my flight to Singapore. I'm honestly just excited to fly on this airline again, especially—
Dude, I really want to— I don't know why, but I want to experience jet lag. I want to leave, like, New York airport at, like, 10 at night, go on to, like, a 12-hour flight, and it be the same fucking time when I arrive. And just being really freaked out by it. It's not a fun experience. Oh, I know. But I've never experienced it. Like, I've flown a bunch of places with time change, but the time change is, like, 3-4 hours, so it's not that crazy. But, like, if I flew, like, to Asia or some shit where it's, like, right now it's, like, fucking 3 in the morning, it would feel so weird.
because the cereal is still safe.
Basic plus. I wish he had the price of these seats. Like, how much do you think that seat cost?
I have arrived to my Basic Plus seat. I cannot tell you how uncomfortable I am right now to be filming this, but I will say I paid extra for this seat, and it shows. Look at this leg room. I can't wait to measure that later.
How much did he pay? This seat probably had to be thousands of dollars. Even a shitty seat flying that far.
Also, my seat buddy moved right over to the left because there was an available seat, which means this is basically first class. Look at this elbow room. So, the next stop is Singapore. Let's see what it's like to live the Basic Plus life. Alright, I'm gonna stop recording. I can literally smell business class from here. It smells like luxury. They have lay-down seats. I'm feeling a little FOMO, but honestly, I'm just ready for this thing to take— Oh, yeah, we took off. Okay, let's go to Singapore! As I got situated, I realized most people are already asleep on this plane. If you're looking for leg—
Everybody is fucking knocked.
Room? Sorry, I took it all. 23 inches. It's crazy. Anyways, I got a tinkle. I have arrived to the Basic Plus bathroom. It was fun to see everybody who's flying on the plane with me, but it was a long walk. This bathroom isn't so different from the last one. We've still got this beautiful tile that is not tile. The toilet does in fact flush. I tested it.
Yo, I low-key love airports, too, because I'll have conversations with people that I will never see again in my entire life. Like, I remember I told you guys about that conversation I had with that one guy on the line. I don't even remember what he looks like, but he was a lovely dude. I remember having a conversation with him. He was chill as fuck. Me and him had like a 5-minute conversation. I can't even picture his face. But I remember I had a conversation with him, and I will never see him again. I will never see him again. He's living his own life right now. I don't know what he's doing. What do you think he's doing right now? Probably chilling, doing something. Maybe, I feel like he's probably watching a movie. Low-key. Memorial Day weekend. It's a Sunday. I think he's chillaxing. You know? I don't even remember his name.
There is soap, a sink, trash can, all kinds of paper products that you may need, and if you're a baby, a place to sit. I'm having a great time. However, I am currently experiencing a little bit of turbulence on this plane. So, I'm gonna go back to my seat.
I also get a little plane... He just starts puking all over the fucking mirror.
Dinner is served. Look at that. We've got the Good Life bread. Not sure what that means. Some vegetables. A specialty Etihad beverage. It's Coca-Cola. That's what it is. Natural drinking water. Chicken and rice, which looks
Oh, that looks so good. Oh my god, that actually looks fire. Oh, I'd fuck that shit up, dude. Yo, I would mac that.
Which looks delicious. This actually looks so good. And dessert, maybe banana pudding. I love banana pudding. It is literally midnight. This is the fanciest meal I've ever eaten at midnight. All of a sudden, I'm kind of panicking because I haven't looked inside my luggage since I left to check if the cereal is really in the box. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I just really want to get David this cereal. Also, just realized
what he's worried that he's worried that there's not gonna be cereal. Like that it's just an empty, hollow box, or that they stole it.
That meal was so good, and now that I have a full belly, I decided to
He's worried there's no Kraken oat bran. He's worried he's gonna let down his friend. Man, I got you Kraken oat bran. He opens the box. There's just fucking nothing in it.
A bit more work on my secret project. Top secret. Once again, I found myself with Oreos and other snacks. I'm just blown away by the generosity of these flight attendants, okay? And as the sun was beginning to rise, I decided to see what the flight attendants for Basic Plus had to say. Guys, we're almost in Singapore. I'm here with Michaela.
Hi, how are you?
She was my flight attendant today. Where are you from?
South Africa.
That's so fun. My last flight attendants
Why are they all from South Africa?
were from South Africa too.
They were great, right?
They were great. I love South Africa. Can I tell you why I'm going to Singapore?
Why? Tell me.
I'm going to give a man cereal.
It's normal. It's crazy. It's normal.
That's true.
You got this, Ryan.
Yes. You got this, Ryan. Just the fuel I needed. I feel unstoppable. I'm sitting in my seat, and I'm just so ready to land. Okay, we landed. All right. As I was getting off the plane, the flight attendant invited me to meet the pilot. I don't know what's happening, but the captain is taking me with him, all the way to the front of the plane.
Have you been in a flight deck before?
Never.
Then go ahead.
Now I can really say I've sat at every seat on this airline.
Yeah.
I kick him out of the plane, and I fucking lock the flight attendant door, and I fucking start that plane up. And that's my story on how I just fucking stole an Etihad, or however you say it, fucking airplane.
That's so cool. Thank you so much,
Very
Mr.
good.
John.
I convince him I just want to see the cockpit, but I fucking hit that bitch in reverse and fucking fly out.
I said goodbye to the team and got off the plane with no doubt in my mind. That's when I saw something that made me want to puke. Customs. Every country has different policies for what you can and can't bring into the country. And in terms of categories, food is one of the most regulated items. Let's see if this cereal gets...
Food is regulated, but it's usually produce because there's going to be certain, like, bugs or bacteria that if they're transported from one country to another can kill the crops in the entire country. Like if you brought like a mango back from like South America, they wouldn't let you keep it.
Gets through. You know, for customs? For like food? Oh, okay. All right, thank you. I thought it'd be cool to get an ominous video of me looking out at this crazy view. I've always seen this airport in photos, but now I'm actually here. Figured I might as well get a video in front of it. Just for the record, that flight was awesome. The legroom was fantastic. The food was so good. The flight attendants were amazing. And I made it to Singapore. And guess what? I've got the cereal with me. I cannot tell you how relieved I was when I opened my suitcase and it was actually in the box. I also have David's letter from Isaac. Aw, so cute. Brothers love each other. So I'm not meaning
it's actually a bomb in the box, and he's like, don't open the letter. Give it to my brother. I knew I would trick you with the crackling oat bran. Ryan delivered it right to you. By the time you finish this letter, the bomb will have already exploded.
Up with David for a little while, and I'm actually really tired because it's like midnight in America. So I think I might take a nap. Good morning. It's not morning. I slept for 1 hour. If you also find sleep pods, capsule hotels really interesting, the Yotel Air in Singapore, it's fire. It's a good one. Anyways, I've got a cereal box to deliver. I really want to make it look like I'm actually on an epic mission that matters. So I think I'm going to make the next few clips like a dramatic, cinematic sequence. In a world where two brothers live in separate countries. Does this feel epic? I don't know. Can you guys just comment, wow, right now is epic? There's only one man equipped to unite them. It's me, Ryan. Yeah, so I got a taxi to David's place and met him. This is the end of the sequence. I hope it was good.
Nice to meet you, David. Oh, this is so sick.
David, I flew all the way here because of what's in
Does he
this
not know what's in the box?
All right, I'm ready to see it.
Okay, all right. You want to close your eyes? 3, 2, 1.
It looks open, bruh. It looks open.
Oh, crackling oat bran. Dude, yes, this is a great gift. We used to get this every Christmas morning. But yeah, we just all love this stuff. Thank you, Isaac. Peace, buddy. This is so good.
David
I thought you were going to give me something other than fucking cereal, dude. Maybe money or like, I don't know, Chihuahua or something. Bro, you give me fucking cereal.
And that's when I gave him Isaac's letter.
Dave, since you moved across the world, I know it's difficult for you to come home regularly. What's probably even harder, though, is that you have to go without some of the best food America has to offer. More specific.
What really sucks is this crackling oat brand I poisoned with ricin. I told Ryan not to eat it. Hopefully he listened. Ryan's just in the back, just like,
the kind that Mom used to give us with our stockings every Christmas. I hope this box of crackling oat bran brings you back to those lovely childhood memories.
I would never do that, dude.
Oat bran.
Dude, that is scary as shit. What if they all just collapsed and he fucking smacked the
And brings
ground?
you back to those lovely childhood memories. Eat it slowly because, like all the best things in life, we don't
he's actually fine.
fully understand how good things are until they're gone. Miss you, brother, Isaac.
Now, Isaac has no idea about this part, but David's got a favor to ask as well. Deliver a letter back to Isaac and give him a Singaporean snack straight from David's pantry. There's only one man
Salted fish skin?
for the job. It's me. I put it in my luggage, and yeah, I'll bring it back to him. All right. My job is only halfway done. I delivered the cereal, and now I've got something to deliver to Isaac. Mission part 2 has begun. I'm on my way, America. After that, I had a few hours before my return flight home. David took me around Singapore. It's a beautiful place.
It is funny that he wanted to do the flight review video, but he needed a reason to go, so he just conjured up like the dumbest fucking reason of, I'm just going to deliver my friend a box of cereal. So it seems like I'm not just flying to Singapore and back for utterly no reason.
This is just so crazy. Like I said, I remember looking at Singapore in my textbooks in school, and I always dreamed of coming here. And I gotta say, it did not disappoint. Except for the fruit that I tried, it was unique. I didn't really like it. David got a kick out of that. Eventually, I headed back to the airport and prepared for my business class seat. It comes with a private airport lounge, lots of food and drinks, but my flight was boarding, so I headed to the gate.
Hello, 7C.
7C? Your number's not even in the 10s? Yeah, that's how you know you're in the fucking luxury area.
Welcome to business class. I already took my shoes off and I don't even feel weird about it. They give you free slippers. Also, I was served this red juice almost instantly. It's watermelon juice. Guys, I had so much fun in Singapore. David?
Ew. Watermelon juice. I feel like I'd just rather have just watermelon. Watermelon juice? Ugh, I feel like that would just taste bad. It's gas. It's actually good.
The only problem is I didn't really sleep. I got like 1 hour of sleep at Yotel Air, and that was pretty much my sleep for the night. This flight that I'm on right now is once again an overnight flight, and I'm pretty sure that my seat reclines all the way down, like I could lay flat. But I don't want to sleep because I don't want to miss out on any of the cool stuff you get in business class. What's on the menu? Business. Yeah, we're not in basic anymore. Here's a quick list
Does
of
it come
things that come with the
free?
seat. A pillow, quite comfortable, I will say. Slippers, I already put them on. Why am I doing this with my feet? I don't know, but I'm in business class. A fancy blanket, this baggie which comes with a face mask, earplugs, lotion, lip balm, face mist, and toothbrush and toothpaste. Another pillow, perhaps to cuddle. I am tempted to sleep, but I'm also scared to miss out on any cool stuff that they would bring me, so guess who's staying awake? Me. As the flight is taking off, I've developed a plan to not fall asleep, in which I will be very strict about not even closing my eyes to blink. I fell asleep for 4 hours, oh my goodness. I don't even remember extending my seat into a bed, but here I am. One thing is for sure, this is the most comfortable airplane seat I've ever had. I'm not proud of it, I'm not. On one end, I missed out on 4 hours of business class luxury, but also did I? Because I was laying fully down on an airplane. The flight attendant, when I woke up, she brought me coffee. It looks really good.
Oh my god, with the Godiva.
Business class luxury.
Yo, but the seats, see, he's not saying the seat prices, though. The seat's probably like $10,000.
The flight attendant, when I woke up, she brought me coffee. It looks really good. She was also like,
But you don't want any like the main course or anything?
and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't, that's awesome. I didn't know I could still get it. And she was like,
You haven't eaten anything.
I know, thank you so much. And I said, I mean, I'll
If
just
she remembers how much he's eaten.
do the fruit.
Bro, just do the fruit. Get a main course, you motherfucker. What the fuck? They just got a cheese selection? Artesian crackers?
And I'll just get ice cream just for the experience. And she said, okay. That's crazy. So I'm looking forward to that. I have not used the bathroom yet. I've got some work to do before we land. Let's get after it. Thank you very much. That was not only the best fruit I've ever had on an airplane, that was the best fruit I've ever had. That was so good. Ice cream? When in Rome. And then randomly after eating, I got really emotional, like about to cry. I can't tell if this is out of gratitude or because I just ate some solid ice cream, but either way, I need to pull myself together.
He just started crying for no reason. I mean, he was probably thinking about how cool it is that this is his fucking job, honestly. Like, he literally just gets to, like, fucking travel the world and shit.
Guys, I finally made it to the business class bathroom. It is nicer. It is. We do have the same tile as before. However, look at all this other stuff you get. The hand soap is in a special container. The faucet does look fancier. It really does. You've got a nice assortment of hand products. Not one, but 2 mirrors. Also, potentially the best part, when you're doing your business in business class, I mean, talk about elevated. There's a window. Babies can also sit here.
Window behind you. If you're taking a dump, you can't even fucking see it.
I don't know what babies are flying business, but let's test this bad boy out. Sorry. I'm gonna use the toilet.
I just used the toilet. I know it looks like I'm just flushing it, but I actually used the toilet before filling. It felt inappropriate actually filming myself use the toilet, even if I'm not showing anything. Like, even if I was just showing my face and cut out the audio and allowed there to be, like, the assumption that I'm using the bathroom in the visual, it just feels weird. Nah, he should have done a cut, like a jump cut to, like, him, like, holding his breath, just, like fucking tense stuff. Like, dying on he's sweating, just douse himself in water.
I feel like a business mogul working up here. No, but really, this is so cool. Before landing, I freshened up with some complimentary face mist. We have arrived to Abu Dhabi, but as soon as we landed, 2 security guards came on the plane asking for me.
How's it going? All good. Awesome. Good to go.
Yo, I'd start tweaking, dude.
I'll spot you. All right, thank you.
I don't know
because his next flight. It's probably a part of the fucking ticket.
what I did wrong. I don't know if I'm in trouble, but 2 men personally took me off of this airplane and are now driving me in this little car thing to I don't know where. It felt like we were driving for hours until eventually they dropped me off at a private suite. What in the world is going on? I literally thought I was...
Dude, I'm telling you, the seat's probably like $30,000. For them to do that, I want to know. I hope he just at least tells us how much this one was.
Getting escorted off the plane because I was a little gassy. Some things just don't sit right with my stomach. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the durian. Shout out to David. I cannot believe this is real. I don't know what to say. I have an abundance of fruit and...
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that thing? Lychee? Never seen that shit in my entire life. I've seen, that's dragon fruit. I know what all this other shit is. I don't know what that is. What the fuck is that?
I have a waiter named Ali. I think he's bringing me salmon. I think it's 1 a.m. Why is that even available? The people that have seen my boarding pass, they kind of look at the part where it says the resi, and they're like, oh, hello, sir. Before I show you this private room that I'm in, just for the record, business class was amazing. I did sleep for like half of it, but it was extreme.
Yeah, they're probably used to like old men that are just fucking splurging on that shit because they're multimillionaires. They see Ryan Trahan, like a 25-year-old white guy.
The service was amazing. It was dark the whole time, so the vibes were cozy. I have nothing bad to say about business class. Do I miss my old flight attendant friends? Yes. But honestly, it's hard to focus on how good that was whenever I get escorted off the plane immediately and brought to a private room that has a toilet in it. Let me show you around. Looks like we have coffee and
Voss water? Ooh, Richie Rich, eh?
Voss water, abundant fruit and pastries, a huge couch, a luxurious dining table, and an entire...
You know what annoys me, though, is that fruit's probably warm. I don't like warm fruit. I want cold fruit. Like, you know, one of the most unenjoyable experiences is eating a warm banana.
And an entire bathroom with a shower in it? What? Who's this for? If this is before the flight, what have I gotten myself into? Really, this is crazy. I sat down at my dining table for some salmon. I still can't believe they have someone making this good of food in the middle of the night. After that, the 2 security guys picked me up and took me to the gate for our final flight.
He literally gets a whole fucking room for one dude.
Guys, this is unbelievable. I immediately walk into my coffee order. I enjoyed my cappuccino and played some Angry Birds. Some things never change, I guess. I don't even think the flight has officially begun boarding. This is gonna be crazy. And we're off. A 13-hour flight back to the United States, and I am flying in the Residence. There's so much stuff that comes with this seat. I don't even think I can call it a seat. Frankly, if you asked me what this background is before I step foot in here, I wouldn't even be able to tell you it's a plane. This looks like an apartment. I can't believe I'm about to say this about an airplane seat, but how about a tour? This is the main seating area with a TV and 2 seats.
That is a literal fucking flat screen. And they have those movie-ass lounge chairs.
And 2 seats. This time we have not 1, but 2 blankets. This bench area has, an entire refrigerator fully stocked with sodas and Voss water. What in the world, man? This is crazy. The other benches are for storage. You can put stuff in there. This seat also comes with noise-canceling earphones, which work great if you want to prepare to watch the Penny series movie. The seats also have buttons that can assist you during the flight. Look what happens if you press the fork button. Ooh, wow, a snack. Just kidding. The flight attendant brought it. It was just a joke.
Is that just a cup of almonds? They look unsalted.
But this fun drink is not. No joke. There's also a charging station and a touchscreen remote control. But now, for the reason they call this seat the Residence. Alright, this is ridiculous. A little bit of turbulence. To my
Dude, it'd feel like a waste, though, taking a nap on the flight, though.
left
Like,
is
if
the
you were gonna, even if you were rich and you spent the money on this, I'd be like, I don't want to sleep on the plane.
bathroom, and you are standing on a bed. I mean, this is outrageous. Isn't this crazy? I am on an airplane. So this is a big bed. I'm definitely gonna be taking a nap. What is this? Okay, so they literally give you jammies. Do I anticipate a jammy time tonight? That would get crazy.
Respectfully, you know how many rich people are buying that shit and trying to, you know, reach the old Mile High Club in there? I wouldn't be able to get that out of my head on that bed.
There's also a really thick sleep mask, slippers. They also give you tons of nice skincare. I'm definitely taking this home. And the last feature of the Residence, a private bathroom with a shower. I don't know.
His flight is $14,283. It says $20,000. Tickets between London and Abu Dhabi are $20K, but he's flying from Abu Dhabi to the US, which is even further.
It's actually so nice. We're still rocking the tile from Basic. I love it. Pretty standard stuff up here, but this little towel rack is cute. Once again, not 1, but 2 mirrors. And yeah, the fact that there's a shower in here is absurd. I came back to the main seating area and had a steak dinner, which I absolutely housed. And while I was doing some top secret work in my bedroom, I got a notification that said, "We left another surprise for you. The best on earth." Guys, they have Joyride. Isn't that crazy?
My God! I actually do want to try his candy, dude. It looks good as fuck.
Scammy time!
Damn, he slept 7 hours.
As you can
Bro,
see,
I
the
feel
service
like
here
I just wasted that.
is amazing. I looked through the menu. The crazy thing about this seat is you just order on demand. So I ordered some breakfast, and by the time I was done looking out the window, it had arrived. I mean, are you guys seeing this spread?
Oh, if those are chocolate croissants, I would just eat all of them. My goal on this plane would be to run them out of chocolate croissants.
Got a green smoothie with a latte, fresh fruit, a muffin, croissant, and butter and jam. I feel like I've eaten so much food in the last 12 hours. This looks amazing though. What should I try first? Iced latte, bottoms up. That's insane. A bit of watermelon, fruit of royalty. But don't forget, the job's not finished. There is a man in America expecting me to deliver a Singaporean gift.
Completely forgot about that.
From his brother. It's Isaac. Talking about Isaac. We just have a few more obstacles to overcome, he said from the residence. Nah, I'm worried about customs again, but how much can you really worry in this seat? We are landing very soon. I have a private bathroom. I think I'm gonna use it.
Me with fucking 10 grams of fucking crack up my ass that somebody in Abu Dhabi is forcing me to fly over with. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that fucking chicken curry on the flight before. I feel it's like a beaver dam.
I can't get over all the skincare they give you. I don't know how to use it correctly, but I am gonna bring it home for Haley. She's gonna be excited. Oh yeah, morning routine in the residence. First, I brush my teeth. I put on deodorant. Smells pretty good. Next, I shave. There's literally a little bit of hair there on my chin. So I shaved it, took off my jammies, did some skincare, and threw on cologne, which burned my skin because I just shaved it. Last few minutes.
Dang,
why
boy,
that face
beautiful.
is shiny. This has been a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can't believe it.
Yo, they got like seatbelts on this bitch. If they got into a fucking big turbulence, this man's just fucking head is smacking the ceiling. Holy shit.
Hey. Hey. Here we have a delivery all the way from Singapore from your brother David. This is very exciting. David loved his gift, but will Isaac love his? This is the question. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Close your eyes. Okay. We'll save this for later. And here we go. All right, Isaac, 3, 2, 1.
Salted egg fish skin. Bro,
Your
you
favorite.
can't get this in America? What is this? Oh. Okay.
All the way from Singapore. Cheers. That's kind of gas.
It was actually really good.
Okay, now for the real surprise. He got you a letter. You can go read it over there. I'll give you practice.
I don't know if I'd want to eat that shit, dude. The one piece he had looked horrible.
Isaac, bro, I miss you. I miss all the good times we've had and your humor. You are always the one to lighten the mood and keep everyone laughing. I hope everything is going well in Austin. A great quote I learned recently is a goal without a deadline is
I wonder why he lives in Singapore.
just a dream. Remember, it's important that we are purpose-driven, so create a vision, mission, and goals to get where you want to be. Then put your head down and grind relentlessly. You will succeed. David.
Aw, that's sweet. A couple weeks later, I found myself walking into Target just to see what Joyride is gonna look like in the candy aisle on June 15th. And as I was leaving,
Wait, they're gonna be in Target?
something caught my eye. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you.
Oh my god. Dude, that was a good fucking video. I love Ryan's videos, man, honestly. Alright. Dude, I gotta piss again, and I don't care. And then we have 2 more videos. Hey, count me down! When chefs actually got caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen. How do you get caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen? Coming with pre-cooked food?
From rigging doors in hopes of avoiding a punishment to sabotage.
Gordon, please. I didn't mean to burn the souffle. Don't hurt me.
An opponent's dish during a finale. These were times when Hell's Kitchen chefs got caught cheating. Beginning with Ben from season 5, who tried hiding an ingredient from the other chefs during episode 12's individual challenge.
Alright, that's not a very good hiding tactic. I mean, that I feel like hiding it would be like putting it away in a drawer. Or just put a fucking hand towel over the fucking bottle.
Episode 12's individual challenge. By only using their taste buds, each chef competed to see who would come closest to recreating Gordon's fish stew. And although it was implied that everyone had equal access to the ingredients, Ben decided to bend the rules. As everyone else grabbed whatever liquor they thought would recreate the stew, Ben did this instead.
Right when I tasted Chef Ramsay's dish, the first thing I tasted was Pernod.
Not that he's willing to share this information with anyone else.
However, Gordon...
I wouldn't say that's cheating. I feel like if you're in a competition where everybody gets the same ingredients and you have to taste something and use it, I think it'd be cheating to be like, I'm not going to give it to you. But I don't think it's cheating to be like, I'm just going to hide this shit. You should have been quicker, you know?
saw right through his scheme and called him out.
Ben,
Your alcohol is community property, yes?
Yes, I just was.
Yeah, I don't care, you shellfish bastard.
No.
Yeah. Even his opponent was left with a
See, but Gordon's probably not going to dock him for it. He's just like, you're being it is a bitch play. I think we could agree on that. Like, hiding the ingredients from your opponents is lame as hell. Is it cheating? No. Is it? Because they would have to actively say it. It's lame as fuck. It's really cringy. Like, I would hate that guy if I was a competitor. But I'm not going to be like, no, he cheated.
sour taste in her mouth.
I was shocked by that. I could have played that caddy game, but I decided that that wasn't the noble route to go.
But despite going to such lengths to protect his secret ingredient, he still lost the challenge. Another chef who got karma rightfully served to them.
I feel like I was waiting. These are like realistic ways of cheating. I feel like I was kind of expecting somebody to be like, Jeffrey took Matt's souffle into the kitchen and ended up pooping in it. To make it taste worse, he ended up grabbing a bottle of fucking deer piss and dousing it in it.
For cheating was Tiffany from season 10, who thought that she could sneak burnt pizza past Gordon Ramsay.
It's burnt, look. Just cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately,
That looks like a DiGiorno pizza. Why are they making, like, frozen pizzas? Is that supposed to be, like, homemade?
Cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately, Tiffany's plan backfired, but
one of my favorite scenes from Family Guy is when he's reenacting like a Tarantino film, and he walks up to his coworker and he's like, "Do you have lunch today?" And he's like, "Yeah, I brought pizza." He goes, "From home or from a place?" "From a place." Guy just shoots him in the chest 3 times and takes it. Because homemade pizza sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just like, I'm not jealous of homemade pizza, but I'm going to be jealous if you have like pizza from a place.
Gordon and Chef Andy immediately noticed.
No, it doesn't? Yes, it does. What do you mean? I will say, I think like frozen pizzas are pretty solid. I enjoy them. But if you were like, yeah, I have homemade pizza from fucking Screamin' Sicilian, I'd go, oh, yeah, no, okay. But if you're like, I have pizza that I just got from a New York shop, I'd be like, give me a slice.
Poor attempt at hiding her mistake.
Now we're sending burnt pizza, not crispy and delicious, fucking burnt. Burnt.
Honestly, I would eat that. I feel like I've been served pizza from restaurants that are this burnt. I like a bit of crisp. This is a little too burnt. I would rather it be brown. It's like pale. This one's probably gonna have some flop on it, and then it's burnt on the outside, so it's just badly cooked. But I would still eat this.
Burnt.
I've burnt my pizza before really badly. Because, dude, the instructions on frozen goods are so bad. Have you guys ever made air fried chicken tenders? They'll tell you to put that shit in the air fryer for 350 for 6 minutes. That will be soggy and cold. That's not cooked. If it says 350 for 6 minutes, I'm putting it at 400 for 20. And it'll come out perfect. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is writing these instructions? Same thing with a pizza. So when you get a frozen pizza, it'll be like, put it at 420 in an oven for, say 10 minutes. I'm going to do double that. One time I was like, I want it really crispy. I'm going to put that bitch in for 25 minutes. Forgot about it. Came back, char black. Hockey puck. Had to throw it out.
With bits of shit in there.
Similar to Tiffany, season 11 Zach had a plan that would also flop. In episode 4's service challenge, Zach pre-cooked all the salmon hoping to get ahead, but instead had to start over and faced Gordon's wrath for not understanding that fish was meant to be cooked to order. And despite Gordon's clear instruction,
yo, on God though, I just meal prep tuna, and I always meal prep for like 4 to 6 days. And I meal prep tuna, and day 1 and 2, the tuna will be really good. By day 4, choking that bitch down. That shit's disgusting. That shit's fucking disgusting. I'm eating it just because it's food. At that point, it's so gross. No matter how good you make it. Dude, and I Googled that the other day. It says you're only supposed to leave tuna in a fridge for 1 to 3 days. I'm still going to eat that bitch. 4 days from now, I'm still going to eat that. I mean, what are the odds it has fucking foodborne illnesses in it?
To start fresh, Zach secretly snuck the old salmon.
Who meal preps tuna? Me. Because I'm tired of eating chicken and turkey every single fucking day of my goddamn life. because I have alpha gal and I can't eat mammals anymore. So pork and beef are out of the fucking question, pal. I've had enough shrimp and chicken and fucking salmon and tilapia to fucking make me explode. So I try new shit here and there.
Back on his pan, hoping that Gordon would not notice.
Chef told me that I can't use the fish that I had just cooked off, but the salmon looked perfect. So I figured all I gotta do is finish it off and send it out.
However, when Gordon found the tray of old salmon still laying around, he knew Zach was playing games and immediately called him out.
Where's this from?
Those are the old stuff, Chef.
That's the old stuff?
Yes, Chef.
Have we been using that?
No, Chef.
Have we, Zach?
No, Chef. We're doing the thing straight to the order.
The truth?
Yes, Chef. That's why they're still there, Chef.
Although Zach kept doubling down on his lie, Gordon saw right through the bullshit and shut
He saw right through the bullshit. 30 minutes later, there's like 6 salmon missing. Oh, where'd the other salmon go? Nowhere, Chef. There's always been 4 salmon on that plate. No, there fucking hasn't. There was 20 there 10 minutes ago. No, there's always been 4 salmon on that plate, Chef.
him down.
Look at me, in the fucking eyes. Did you take salmon from the back and reheat it?
No, I've been eating the salmon while I've been working, Chef. I am quite parched, Chef. Or not parched. Hungry, Chef. Sorry.
Yes or no?
No, Chef, it's right here.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck off the salmon.
But Zach wasn't the only one to test Gordon's bullshit detector, because during season 9, episode 2, Brendan made the same mistake with his sea bass.
You've cooked the bass. Is your meat ready?
No, Chef.
And the garnish all ready?
No, Chef.
You've got to work as a team. Please.
Gordon then instructed the blue team to coordinate their timing for the next order and explicitly ordered Brendan to fire up a new sea bass. But despite those instructions, he found himself questioning Brendan's integrity when he received the new quote-unquote sea bass just minutes later.
Brendan?
Yes, Chef.
Is that the same bass?
No, Chef.
You didn't start a fresh one?
Yes, it is.
He pops it in the microwave.
Chef.
So where's the old one then?
Threw it away, Chef.
Show me.
And when Brendan could not find the sea
The phantom search. The phantom search in the trash can. Like when you look for your homework in school. Oh, I must have left it at home. You know it's not in there.
bass he supposedly threw away, Gordon continued to press him.
I'm gonna ask you one more time to tell me the truth. Is that the bass from 10 minutes ago, or is that a fresh one you cooked?
When Brendan finally confessed to his deception, Gordon decisively puts him in his place.
You do that to me one more time, trust me, fuck the elimination. I'll send you out there and then. Let me tell you that.
Yes, Chef.
I kind of hope Gordon Ramsay starts calling people chud. I feel like that'd be really funny in his voice. What are you fucking doing, you chud? You sitting here thinking you can fucking give me that sea bass? Recooked it. It's the same fucking sea bass.
Won't happen again.
And while Brendan was caught cheating to save himself, Andrew from season 1 was caught cheating to help his team. After losing episode 6's challenge, the blue team's second punishment was having their storeroom locked for the entire dinner service, making things more difficult by having to enter a code every time they wanted to grab something from inside.
I'll give you the combination. C1.
They probably just leave the door cracked.
690Y. Log it. I'm saying it once. Let's go.
While his team rushed over to get the storeroom open, Andrew had a brilliant idea.
What do you want?
Give me the tape. Give me the masking tape.
Just fucking glue it over.
Just give me the masking tape.
Oh, I gotcha.
But luck wasn't on
Bro, I don't think that's cheating.
his side, as sous chef Scott immediately caught him in the act and gave him a piece of his mind.
You fucking guys fucked it up, you get a punishment. You don't fucking rig it so it works for you. You blew it, pay the consequences. Got it? Yes, sir.
Just like Andrew, Adam from season 14 immediately confessed when he was exposed on episode 3's team challenge, where he realized that his risotto would not be ready in time and asked to use Millie's rice as a substitute instead.
This risotto is just not getting done. I thought I left myself enough time. 3 minutes to go, Chef. Do you have enough rice to go for 2? I got that. Yeah.
And when it came time for Adam's dish to be judged, the team needed both his and Millie's dish to get a point to win the challenge. However, the guest judge made one observation that put Adam on the spotlight.
How did you guys both wind up with rice on the dish? Did you guys share on that one, or? Did you take some of Millie's rice? I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut the bullshit.
Bro, why? I feel like they get so... Why do they get so angry? Do you think Gordon actually gets upset at this? I feel like he fully has to upplay it. There's no way he dead-ass cares that much.
Did you take Millie's rice?
Yes, sir.
After confessing, Gordon revealed that Adam broke the rules and thereby lost a challenge for the blue team, which also happened to be the team that Season 10's Robin tried to steal from. During Episode 7's dinner service, Robin overcooked her beef and ran out of extras to fix her mistake. As a result, she nudges her teammate to try and steal some from the blue team.
Could someone go ask see if the men have any more meat? How many do you need? I need 2 more beef, guys.
However, none of them had the guts to do so, leaving her to get exposed by Gordon when he asked her where the beef was.
I would like to get another beef from the gentleman so I could do it real quick.
Let me tell you something. We just don't go to the blue kitchen and get what you want. It's a competition, you silly cow.
Okay, yes,
That's
chef.
the last fucking time I'm telling you all. Got it?
Yes, chef.
As a result, he forced her to shamefully apologize to the customers and to suggest a new
Oh my God. No. You gotta walk out to the customer and you're like, I'm sorry, the filet sucks. I overcooked your shit. I'm sorry, it's been an hour. I'd recommend the risotto. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck up your steak.
substitute for the beef she screwed up.
I guess I'm going to walk my happy ass up to table 64 and tell them, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef. Would you like a swordfish or a pigeon instead? Yes, pigeon. Pigeon?
A pigeon? Pigeon? Pigeon. Pigeon. Let me get that right.
I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef. Would you like a swordfish or a pigeon instead? Yes.
Pigeon. People eat pigeons?
Pigeon? Okay. Perfect.
However,
Not eating a pigeon. I'll have the swordfish.
Robin still looked like a genius in comparison to Siobhan from season 7, who unintentionally cheated during episode 2's egg challenge, where each chef was paired to cook 4 different types of eggs in under 5 minutes. But
that would be really funny if they're like, Maria ran out of pigeons for overcooking them, so she went out to the back with some cornmeal and snapped one of their necks. From then on, she actually she went outside and actually killed a fucking live pigeon to try and feed a customer.
For Siobhan, Gordon specifically requested that she tackle the challenge alone as her team was 1 person short. However, all it took was her teammate Autumn asking her to join forces for her to completely abandon those demands. And when it came time for Gordon to raid her eggs, Siobhan exposed herself after failing to give him a straight answer.
Just answer me the question. How long did he cook them for?
Oh, because she doesn't know because she's not the one that just cooked them?
My teammates helped me, Chef.
Your teammates helped you?
Yes, Chef.
I asked you to work on your own.
But instead of owning up to her mistakes, she threw the blame on her team.
I should have pushed her out of the way, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't.
I mean, why are we crying?
I'm so mad. I shouldn't have listened to the teammates that were forcing me to do something that I should have known was wrong to do.
In the end, Gordon gave her just 1 point for only managing to cook 1 of the 4 dishes. The ironic thing is that Siobhan got berated for cheating, unlike Michael, who somehow got away with what might be the craziest cheating story in this entire video. In the
oh my God, they never caught him?
finale of
well,
season
they know, but I'm saying they never like docked his points.
1, the final 2 contestants, Ralph and Michael, were each running their own sides of the kitchen during a practice service. When it was Ralph's turn to run the pass, the command station where he would be calling out orders and checking every dish before it left the kitchen, Michael saw an opportunity to expose his opponent's weakness.
Trying to see how many can go without having crab in them.
What are you talking about?
It's my risotto. I wanted to make risottos the whole night without crab. I was just seeing what I could slip past Ralph tonight.
To Michael's satisfaction, Ralph...
Wait, what? So he just wasn't adding a needed portion of the dish, and Gordon never knew?
failed to spot the mistake, even after Gordon gave him a subtle hint, allowing the dish to be served.
Ralph, have to taste. I tasted it. You tasted it, yeah?
Oh, so he's not really cheating. He's just failing to see that it's wrong.
I was just sort of laughing like, I can't believe he's letting him go like that.
Just as Michael hoped, the dish got sent back to the kitchen, fulfilling his scheme and getting Ralph in trouble with Gordon.
The risotto is bland. And then he's telling me as well, how dare could you call it a crab risotto without crab in there?
There's no crab in there at all? There's no crab in the risotto. Did you taste it? Yes, I did, but I didn't. Come on, big boy. Taste it.
And when Ralph attempted to expose Michael's sabotage, Gordon swooped in to throw the blame back on him.
Michael, what are you doing to me?
What'd I do?
Well, because I think originally Gordon would have been mad at him for trying to con Ralph, but I think he wanted to see it play out and be like, dude, you couldn't taste that there wasn't crab in that, because that's even worse. if you're supposed to be a chef that's serving good meals and you don't know that the meat in the dish isn't there.
No crab in the crab risotto?
Ralph,
Right.
you should know that. Yeah, that's why you've got to taste everything, yeah? You're in control, you're in the driving seat, and you should spot those kind of things, yeah?
Instead of getting criticized for his devious actions, Michael was met with Gordon's surprising approval.
Michael had Ralph look stupid and took him down big time. That was an interesting lesson. But
Well, I think equally Michael probably would have gotten shit on by Ralph and Gordon if Ralph noticed. I think that's the thing. I don't think this is cheating. I think this is like kind of like a test where if Ralph noticed, it would have been really bad for Michael.
very clever move from Michael's behalf.
Gordon was so impressed, so much so that sabotaging contestants at the pass became a regular feature in future seasons.
You just sent out 2 fucking risotto, there's not an ounce of asparagus anywhere, and it was done with a spinach puree. You've got to taste, Dave.
Yeah, chef.
Oh, so other people started doing it in future seasons? That's nuts. All right. That was a fun video. Anyways. Pennsylvania Bigfoot Conference. Lock it the f*** in.
Been living with the Bigfoot in my life since about 2009. They've got me as part of their clan. I have one that's with me no matter where I go. Everything is verified on my channel. If you don't...
Dude, you might just have schizophrenia, man. Like a reoccurring-esque thing that's kind of going on. Like you don't have a Bigfoot that follows you around like you're a stalker.
They're not Bigfoot, they're not Sasquatch, they're the first people.
What do you mean by first people?
They were here long before us.
How long?
They came here with aliens. They told me this part. They came here with aliens.
They told me this part. They sat me down around the fire and they explained it to me. Okay, so Scientology almost got it right. But what they got wrong was the fact that when the alien spirits came down and injected themselves into humans, the one thing they didn't get was the Bigfoot. And that's why the Bigfoot kind of segmented itself off into its own civilization. It only reveals itself to whom it wants to reveal itself to. I don't know, maybe I just give off good vibes. I don't want to say I'm cooler than anybody around here or anything, but...
They came here with aliens tens of thousands of years ago to take gold from our land. They brought the Bigfoot to protect them from the dinosaurs.
Oh, like Chewbacca. So you're explaining Star Wars.
To protect them from the dinosaurs while they mined the gold. That's when they got here tens of thousands of years ago.
Okay, well, the dinosaurs, a little fact check here, pal. The dinosaurs did not exist tens of thousands of years ago. The dinosaurs were alive, I don't know, like, 2 billion years ago? It's been a while since the dinosaurs have been around, you know, tens of thousands of years. That's a lot of tens of thousands to go down for 65 million. They've been around for, like, they were around for a while. 2 billion years ago is crazy. I mean, that is when dinosaurs were around. When was the first life on Earth? 3.7 billion years ago. When was the first dinosaurs? 233 million years ago. What the fuck was before dinosaurs? What was before dinosaurs? That's when those weird bug creatures lived. Oh, wait, no. It was other non-dinosaurs. What's that one dinosaur that exists around the same period as another dinosaur in our mind, but in reality, they're like 1 billion years apart? The Dimetrodon. Yeah, it's just a bunch of other things I would consider the Dunkleosteus. The Dunkleosteus. Like, these are animals that existed before dinosaurs. Bro, it's wild, like, where you're sitting right now once had an animal that was just fucking... like, actually out of a fucking science fiction book, dude. I say that, like, every third stream I do. Dude, you're related to, like, a fucking ferret that lived in the ground, like, 1 billion years ago. Literally, though. And if that ferret didn't fuck on the day that it did, you wouldn't exist.
They're the first people that was ever here.
So do you think that part of the reason that they stay in secrecy is that they're worried that they might not be able to survive under white supremacy?
No, they don't trust our government. The Foots don't trust the government. They know what these governments are about, and they don't...
They don't trust the government, bro. There's no way. And they just speak... He said they spoke to you. They speak English.
Trust them.
The Foots know what's going on in this government. They know everything's going on around everywhere.
Back in 1960s, the CIA took a Bigfoot in, put it into a room and captured it. They thought they captured it. If he didn't want to go, it wasn't going. They put it in a room, had cameras on it, and they watched it go poof and gone. CIA left them alone after that.
So you're not a fan of the CIA?
Huh?
You're not a...
The CIA would not leave them alone after that. If the CIA were to capture a Bigfoot and it vanished into thin air, half of the fucking government resources would be finding that fucker and figuring out how it did that.
I'm not a fan of none of this government. I've never voted.
What's a dumber idea, Bigfoot or flat Earth? Flat Earth. By far. Like, not even close. Like, I can joke and be like, this guy's a conspiracy theorist, because you could say, oh, Earth is so large and there's so many dense forests that a very highly intelligent creature could hide from people. But to say that you actually believe the Earth is flat and every other planet is round is just idiocy. It's just the literal, just the denial of truth. Like, it's not even an opinion like Bigfoot. It's just like, actually, you're just fucking wrong. Like, you're just actually fucking wrong. Like, denying the Big Bang Theory is less dumb than denying the Big Bang Theory or believing in Bigfoot is less dumb than saying the Earth is fucking flat. You can literally do your own. People fucking 7,000 years ago figured out the Earth was fucking round. Eratosthenes in 240 BC, okay, so my years were off, but over 2,000 years ago, before Jesus, walked around Earth and put sticks in the ground far apart, measured the shadow, and almost with, not 100% accuracy, but pretty well accurate, determined the circumference of the Earth by just going, and then went, okay, and did math and just went, yeah, this is the circumference of the Earth.
They're all lying. It's all bull. It's going to get straightened out because I had a call out about that.
All the things I've called out pretty much have happened. When things come out of my mouth, they happen. It's been the way all my life.
I called out 6 years ago. It was 2 months after Trump was in office. I had a call out that I wasn't even in a conversation. Just run out of my mouth at a buddy of mine's house and say, 70% of Congress is going to be gone. The corruption is going to be dealt with. The corrupt will be gone. There'll be no more corruption. We're going to get a paycheck. I don't know what that means. We're going to get a paycheck. They're going to use the RICO Act to prosecute these people.
Is this guy like a fucking tarot card reader now? Like, I'm getting confused on what's happening. He was originally saying that Bigfoot tells him the future, and now he's saying that he can tell the future himself and just has predictions. Oh yeah, about 6 years ago, I was sitting in my living room and I just said out loud to myself, COVID-19.
Do it right.
Somebody said hot femboys. So I was sitting on my couch the other day and I kind of had this prediction that a hot femboy is probably going to run this country in, I don't know, 10 to 12 years.
Squatch on! We're here right now in beautiful Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, aka the Paris of Western PA. At the Bigfoot and Paranormal Expo, aka the Cryptoid Conference. Yeah, Reynoldsville. Reynolds started this place because he wanted a place for cryptoid hunters to have free reign away from the toxic jaws of the mainstream scientific community, hindering their investigation with their targeted smear campaigns.
Bigfoot, all right? What matters is the peer-reviewed research results. What matters is the data.
Now, as many of you know, about 2.5 years ago...
I love Neil deGrasse Tyson videos, dude. Oh my God. Listening to that man talk just about random shit, so fun.
I went searching for Bigfoot in the woods of Minnesota. I was initiated into a small research team. I myself actually searched for Bigfoot.
All right, so now we're going to be doing what we call the Bigfoot mating ritual. We just went for like 10 minutes.
Unfortunately,
I would love to go on one of these missions, dude. And that would be so funny if I actually saw Bigfoot. I think I would laugh. I think, I don't even think I'd be in shock. If I went out with these guys and they were like, yo, we've seen him. I'd be like, okay, pal. And then I actually see fucking Bigfoot. I would be like, there's no fucking way. I'm the insane one.
You know, I'm sure there's lots of shit I don't know. Let's walk up in there and see what the hell's going on.
Bigfoot.
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 Why do they all have missing teeth? Dude, it gets down and ugly when you're on the search for Bigfoot, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, government likes to hide all kinds of stuff, so...
What do you think are the top 3 things the government is hiding?
Truth on the election. Right now, that's got to be a big one. And, of course...
Bro, I watched this one movie, and I'm going to fucking spoil the absolute shit out of it, so don't listen. It's called Strange Wilderness. I swear to God, it was the funniest fucking ending I've ever seen. The entire movie, they're searching for Bigfoot for, like, this fucking... this, like, wildlife show that's failing. And they're like, oh, we found its cave. And they're talking in front of it. And you never see Bigfoot until the last, like, 2 minutes of the movie. And he finally comes out, and they're like, oh, there's Bigfoot. And he makes a noise, and they all just get scared and gun him the fuck down. They just murder Bigfoot. Like, on the fucking show. They just kill Bigfoot. And that, bro, that would be quite possibly, I would be fucked up. But that would also be fucking, in part, hilarious if everybody was like, Bigfoot's real, Bigfoot's real. Like, no, it's not. You go out on one of these expeditions, you see Bigfoot, just kill it. And now it was the only Bigfoot that was alive. Right? Now it's just dead. And everybody's just around it. You wouldn't even... Dude, I was talking to Brooke about it because we watched the movie together. You wouldn't even be in trouble. No one believes Bigfoot's real. So say Bigfoot is real and you kill him, there's no protections on Bigfoot. Right? Like, he's not an endangered animal. So if Bigfoot exists and you shoot him, you're not even in trouble. Like, you just killed an ant. Like, it's like, okay, I was threatened.
You ever seen Bigfoot?
Well, I believe we have. Like I said, I can't 100% verify it. No photos or nothing. We was out one night with the infrared binoculars. We were just kind of looking around the yard because you get that eerie feeling like something's watching you. And we spotted something probably from here to the wood line up there to where we see an eyeball.
Yo, I will say the weirdest shit I ever saw in the middle of the night was when I was at an Airbnb in Pennsylvania, and I heard these loud fucking thuds, and I was like, damn, that might be like a bear. And then it was like 2 a.m., and I saw a drone, like, flying in the wood. It was, I don't know if it was a drone, because I didn't hear that, but it was like a blue flashing light. That was like, I think it was blue. I don't remember what color it was, but I remember it was a flashing light. That was just like in the woods, like 30, 40 feet in the air. Freaky as fuck. Never figured out what it was. I was also drunk, so I just stopped caring.
Hi, my name is Brian Seach.
And I'm Terry Seach.
People are seeing things. They're seeing something that looks like a giant ape, 6 to 8 feet tall, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia. They see it all over the place, so.
How come they're so elusive and so hard to document?
I think when I get older, like their age, I really just want to pan into this. Like, I really, I want to become a Bigfoot guy, you know? I want to be that dude that's like, yeah, I think I saw it this one time when I was hiking. I saw this weird object move just in the middle of the woods. Like, just actually fully pan into it, just live in the woods looking for Bigfoot. That would be fun. But I want to make my own cryptid and see how many people I'm able to convince that it's real. Like, that would be a very fun task. If I'm able to create a fake animal that I've never seen, just fucking forge videos and just be like, I saw it once. Go out, just find the people that look just most susceptible to just falling for this, you know? Just like maybe they think that the government's lizard people already, and then I just kind of slide in, hey, I saw the 3-toed Willibob. And they'll go, what's that? And I'll be like, you haven't seen it? And then that'll immediately rope them in.
If they're interdimensional, that's another reason why they're elusive, because we're not able to see, you know, where they're going or where they're coming from.
How about Mothman?
1966 to...
Oh, God, he believes in Mothman. I could believe in Bigfoot before Mothman.
1967, there was this winged entity seen...
Bro, Mothman literally sounds like it's out of a fucking 70s horror film.
In Point Pleasant, West Virginia, by over 100 witnesses. And if you've ever seen the drawings, it looks like almost like a humanoid with wings. Mm-hmm. And no neck, red eyes. able to keep up with cars at about 100 miles an hour. We were down there and we talked to a couple of the eyewitnesses, and we believe that that's what they saw. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but we believe that's what they saw.
So where did you guys meet my grandpa?
MUFON conference, when he gave a presentation on the orange orbs. And I have his book too. Great book there, Terry.
Many people don't know my grandfather, Terry Ray, is actually a best-selling MUFON author. He wrote a book called The Mystery of the Orange Orbs, available on Amazon. I've never met any mutual friends of my grandfather, so this is my first time. I wouldn't say they know each other, however, you have seen his presentation.
And I have his book also. I got his book. He documents in detail.
Orange orbs. Yo, I love the videos when people post the Elon Musk star. You ever see the Starlink satellites in the sky at night? They look like UFOs. Like, they're scary, right? But if you don't know what they are, right? And I love when I see, like, Twitter posts of people, like, just being like, what the fuck is this? There's fucking UFOs in San Diego. There's fucking UFOs in fucking Montana. And then all the comments are like, dude, that's just Starlink. That's just the fucking satellites, man.
All right, now I'm not sure what's going on here, but there's a flyer that's thumbtacked to this gazebo right here that says, Bigfoot turns me on. Please give me a call. One rule, no words, just grunts, growls, and howls. Now, I'm not sure if this is like a sort of like bestial phone sex hotline, but we're going to figure out what's going on. I'm going to give this person a call. Maybe it's like an alternative advertisement for a sex worker in the area. Not that I want to...
Oh, I was assuming it was a woman that wants to have sex with Bigfoot. That'd be terrifying, dude. Getting fucked by Bigfoot. Oh, my God.
Type thing.
I've actually scared people when we're out investigating with other researchers.
You also get
They tell me my Bigfoot call's so real. Oh, you want to hear it? Okay. just get zoned a character. Yeah, they tell me it's so real. They think I'm Bigfoot. My friend almost shot me.
Really good idea. Whenever I'm in the doghouse, this is what it sounds like when I get hollered at.
And you've actually been...
That's her Bigfoot? Don't tell me that's her Bigfoot call. I ain't ever seen Bigfoot, and I can tell you that's a bad Bigfoot call. This is like when a motherfucker goes on American Idol, and you could tell their whole life their family just wasn't honest with them, that they suck at singing. You gotta bring up your Bigfoot call. That was shit.
How long have you been a believer for?
I don't know if I'm really a believer or not. Everybody sees them. We have property down there. I don't see nothing. I hear tree knocks.
You hear that?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah. Truthfully, I was getting a bit tired of hearing lukewarm eyewitness accounts of Bigfoot without hearing any substantial information about where he was. After all, as a journalist, my job is to find proof, and anecdotal evidence was only taking me so far. As the afternoon continued, I was able to...
Are those like trippy mushrooms? Nah.
Evidence was only taking me so far. As the afternoon continued, I was able to track down the lead organizer, a local man named Marcus. I figured maybe he was the guy to point me in the right direction.
Me, my wife, and our buddy put this together.
Oh, this whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome, dude.
We started the non-profit for the Jefferson County Bigfoot Paranormal Expo. We put it all together. So.
What got you started in this whole subculture?
Believe it or not, our daughter, she was only 10 years old last year, and
bro, but what's crazy is like these guys aren't stupid, dude. Like to start a non-profit organization to like fund this shit, like that's not easy.
Got all these crafts together for an event. The event canceled, and for a 10-year-old telling her that she don't have all these crafts, she can't sell all the work that she just did.
It's no good.
So me and my wife decided we'll just do our own.
It seemed that Marcus was nothing more than a great dad who fell into the campy and benevolent category of squatcher, who doesn't believe in a zoological deep state and is way more quirky than conspiratorial. As far as legit leads, this conference
so it's just more fun than genuine
seemed
belief.
like a dud, and I realized that it was mostly just an opportunity for vendors to sell knickknacks and back alley barbecue. I was ready to scarf down a hot dog.
Oh, dude. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Nah.
Back alley barbecue.
Yo, that's literally a cold dog on a broken bun with just fucking queso.
I was ready to scarf down a hot
or liquid cheese
and shoot back to Philly. But then I noticed a Subaru pulling in that said Bigfoot Mobile Command Center, and this gave me hope. Behind the wheel was the El Chapo of tri-state cryptid researchers, Mike Familant, a name that rings bells from Erie to Westchester.
Life with the possibility
of Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster is far superior.
Okay, the Loch Ness Monster is... Okay. The Loch Ness Monster is even more outlandish. If I had to believe in one cryptid, it would be a Yeti. Because that's a place, like, in the Arctic where, like, you might never see that motherfucker, right? Very little human activity, right? That I could believe in more than anything. Loch Ness Monster, fuck no. I could believe in some weird fucking, like, ocean animals we've never seen, but they're not even cryptids.
I figured if I wanted to find
Yo, that's a realistic Bigfoot call.
this bastard, Mike was my best shot.
My name's Mike Famla, and we are at the Jefferson County Bigfoot and Cryptid Festival in Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania. Cryptid is any sort of undocumented, undiscovered biological creature that's just unrecognized by science. So you have Bigfoot, you have winged cryptids such as Mothman, Jersey Devil, like we're going to talk about. You have the Dogman, such as some Bigfoot-type creatures, Bigfoot. Some people think that they're related to aliens and they could be beamed down from like UFOs. Some people think that they're interdimensional and can like come into and out of this dimension, but I think they're biological creatures just like us, like a here on this planet, like a duck or a chicken or a turkey or something.
And how many Bigfoot do you think there are?
I think there's like 2,000 in the United States.
And we haven't killed one, bitch. You're telling me the United States of America, that many people with guns, right? Especially motherfuckers in the South and shit, or even the North, dude. Going on a hunting trip, they just see one, bow, you're shooting it, right? Chat, you're in a deer stand, and you see Bigfoot walking by, boom, boom, thud, right to the fucking ground, dude.
I did a barred owl call, which goes like, wah, 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 wah. Right, so I did one of them, very loud, and about 15 seconds later, we get a call back, and it's a series of 3 Bigfoot howls, right? So we recorded this for 5 people, 5 voice recorders, we all got it. I sent it away to a...
I literally heard nothing. I actually heard nothing. I'm hearing radio static, dog, and water droplets.
Linguist from the military, a scientist from the military, right, who does Bigfoot research on the side. He came and with this like 5-page report said because of X, Y, and Z, it's outside of human vocal range, and it's no known animal from northwestern New Jersey. That's a scientist from the military coming to say that. That's pretty cool, you know? So
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Damn, I'd be stoked.
Yeah.
What does a Bigfoot howl sound like?
Loud and long. Did every continent except Antarctica has a cryptid on it.
How often do you look for it?
This is my full-time...
Every continent except Antarctica has a cryptid on it. That's what you think, buddy. That's what you think, pal. You don't know what's on Antarctica.
Job. I actually go around and do this full-time, so I'm out probably 5 nights out of the
How the fuck does he make money from this?
week looking for Bigfoot.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
He probably has a Patreon.
How many in total, searches have you done?
Oh, God, hundreds of them, if not thousands.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Have you personally seen one?
No, I haven't. I think I've been within like 20 yards up in Whitehall, New York. I was surrounded by Bigfoot.
Suddenly as it started, stopped. So we think that they moved out of the area and we think that they...
Bro, if I did hundreds of searches and I didn't see one, I would just be like, this is just fake as shit.
How did you know you were surrounded?
Well, we were getting rocks thrown at us from all different directions.
If Bigfoot threw a rock at me, that's where I'd whip out a 12 gauge and cave a hole in his fucking chest. I'd be like, yo, dead ass. If I'm trying to find that motherfucker, he starts chucking rocks at me, I go, okay. And I turn on that fucking strobe flashlight. Like I'm in fucking Ready or Not, bitch. I peel a corner. Boom! Boom!
It was crazy. It lasted about 6 minutes.
Did that strike fear into your heart?
Oh, it was terrible. It was the most terrifying thing, and I knew it wasn't.
I would not be worried at all. If he chucked rocks at me, I'd put on a helmet, and I'd be like, if I hear him running at me, I'm killing him. Then he bends me in half. I don't think he's gonna bend me in half, dude. I think a fucking 12 gauge is stopping any animal immediately outside of an elephant or a hippo or a moose. Depending on where I shoot a gorilla, it might not stop.
I got the sense that for Mike, it wasn't so much about the Sasquatch and about gathering concrete evidence of Bigfoot's existence. It was about the activity of squatching itself. Hunting for Bigfoot gives Mike a chance to connect with nature, exist in harmony with the great outdoors, and return to his inner child, a soul full of imagination, gradually whittled away at by the
Bro, I used to think Winnie the Pooh. My mom used to tell me that Winnie the Pooh was real. I swear to God. And that, like, Christopher Robin and all of them lived just in the woods in New Jersey. So whenever I was in the woods, I would look. I swear to you, I would look for Winnie the Pooh. I would be like, if I see Winnie the Pooh, this shit's going to be crazy. And I remember one time being at my friend's house, and he lived in the middle of the woods, and we walked around for like an hour. I had to be like 6, 7, and we found a cabin. And I remember being like, that's Christopher Robin's cabin. Winnie the Pooh lives there. And I was too scared to get close to it.
Upon navigating to his website, he sells 2 things. His first product is guided tours, which is probably why he's out 5 nights a week. Other people pay to go with him. The other product is just a straight-up DVD called Shadow of the Red Eye, which is a ghost adventure-style chronology of his cryptozoological exploits.
What happens is it's
where I pirate that movie.
Pretty cool because...
Oh, I gotta pay 99 cents?
How many Bigfoot have you seen?
How many Bigfoot have I seen? 0. Big.
Okay, I live with them.
Okay.
I'll give you a card. You with him? I've done this for a lot of years, and they're not what people think.
Okay. Interesting.
You got any questions? I got an email address.
Okay. Cool.
Name's Stacy Hazlitt. I've been living with the Bigfoot in my life since about 2009. If you don't live with the Foots, you don't know the Foots. My life was raised for this. I also have a thing I do call-outs. Things come out of my mouth that happen later. That's irrelevant to this. Yeah, the Bigfoot come to me in about 2009, a property I bought in '96. They were around my property for a long time, but they eventually showed up, and now they've got me as part of their clan. I have one that's with me no matter where I go. Anything that I am telling you, I am totally...
No matter where you go. No matter where you go. You fly to Tokyo, Japan tomorrow. And you're going to be walking around 6 stories up in a fucking building in one of those Japanese fun arcades that's kind of like gambling, but not really. And you just go into the bathroom and there's Bigfoot. He somehow found his way in. He's always where you are. Japanese Bigfoot. There's just a Japanese Bigfoot. He's like, I swear to God, Bigfoot follows me wherever I am. There's just like a kawaii Bigfoot just like waiting for him.
My job from them is to let everybody know what they're about.
So you actually talk to them?
Yeah, and they're with me everywhere I go.
Like they're here now?
My female is no doubt with me. I don't hear her right now, but she's everywhere I go.
What do you mean?
Her and I have made love a few times, let me tell you. I mean, when I'm just telling you, she's like an obsessive ex, man. She does not leave me alone. But let me tell you, that Bigfoot tussie it's like nothing you've ever seen before, man.
What do you mean by your female?
It's a female.
Oh, okay. But you don't, it's not a romantic relationship.
No, we have a love relationship that's went on for years.
Ooh.
There's no physicals. No. This is never.
It's more platonic than anything else.
We're just now coming out with UFOs. That's been known about a long time.
Yeah.
The government don't let you see things because they can do nothing about it. UFOs, it's getting so prevalent they got to come up with it. I think it was in 2022. I went and met with the heads of the families. The
Bigfoot families.
Yeah. I asked them if I could get a picture of them and me together to verify that I'm with them and I want to represent them in Congress to get them protected. They don't trust the government to do it. They know what these governments are about and they don't trust them. The Foots don't trust the government.
I couldn't believe what I heard. I mean, from a research perspective, I hit the mother flippin' jackpot. It's one thing to report a Class A Bigfoot sighting, or present a choppy photo of the Sasquatch and say that it's him. But to actually live with them and be escorted to meet with the heads of the families, whatever that meant, was a whole different ballgame, and I had to find out more. Thankfully, whenever Stacy confronted Mike, he gave me his business card. So the next morning, I gave him a call.
Bro, but what's fucking, like, everybody's just gonna be like, oh, this guy's out of it, dude. But what's wild is, like, if Bigfoot, like, what? Like, if you saw Bigfoot, you would be like him. Like, that's the crazy thing, right? Like, say you saw a leprechaun or Mothman or Bigfoot. That's you for the rest of your life, you know? You're that crazy guy that's seen Bigfoot.
I'm not trying to exploit them in any way. This ain't something you just conjure up. They do what they want. Hey, Flower, you got any friends out here? Hey, Flowers, anybody out here?
If you'd like to see our new complete documentary, Stacy's Bigfoot Portal.
Oh my God, yo. I guarantee you he's going to be like, anybody out here? Oh, I guess they're shy today. They don't trust you.
Go to our Patreon, www.
All right, that was a fun video to watch, though. Next! The 5 craziest transformations on my 600-pound life.
Craziest transformations from my 600-pound life. So let's begin by talking about the now infamous Casey King, who looks like a completely different person since appearing on the show. When Casey was first introduced in early 2009,
oh, I remember this guy.
He weighed in at over 700 pounds or 315 kilos while living an extremely sedentary lifestyle.
A normal day for me, wake up around 12, figure out something I'm going to eat immediately. TV, video games, bed.
It was obvious that Casey was extremely disappointed with how his life had turned out.
I never would have thought at 34 I'd be living with my father, have no job, have no real money, and just be playing.
I always wonder how people are capable of walking at 700 pounds.
Video games all day.
That's hard, right? Because just imagine having the same frame as everybody else and having to just lug around 500-600 more pounds than you normally would.
And eating.
Which became even worse after he was told by a doctor that he had an express ticket toward the graveyard.
You're gonna die unless something happens here. I think that you're on the road to immobility, and when that happens, I think it's gonna be a very short course.
Casey was then advised that he could get weight loss surgery as long as he lost a couple of pounds beforehand, and while this initially resulted in a boatload of family drama, it wasn't long before Casey was making an effort to lose the required 60 pounds. He instead managed to lose 80 pounds, being approved for weight loss surgery in the low 600s, which dropped even further in the 2 weeks after completing the surgery.
The issue with weight loss surgery is that I knew a guy that was like a family friend that got weight loss surgery, and then he died in his sleep. Because, like, you can, like, weight loss surgery is great, but it can also have, like, a lot of issues that coincide with it. On, like, how, like, you have to get through a certain phase to where you're healthy again. Like, that first bit of time after you lose all that weight, or they give you, like, a stomach, what is it called when they, like, not even weight loss surgery, when they reduce your stomach size so you can't eat a lot. Like, that can help too, but, like, all of those things can have complications with them. It's like a shock to your body.
Yeah.
Down to 588?
Yeah.
You proud of that?
I'm super proud, actually. It's pretty good.
You should be.
By the time the show had come to an end 3 months later, Casey was down to 525 pounds, and while this number was enough to impress his family, he was still determined to get lower.
My goal for next year is to be under 400. Ultimate dream, 250.
Leading Casey to create his own YouTube channel.
I mean, even if he was in low 3s, that's still livable.
Which he began to document his progress.
I just want to make these videos to let people know real quick how I'm doing, because there's so many people want constant updates or whatever. Almost down 250 pounds. I go to the gym 3 times a week to swim.
With every video, Casey's face was looking slimmer and slimmer, and by October 2019, only 10 months after the show had come.
It always sucks though, after they lose the weight, they have to get skin surgery because they have so much extra skin. But then when they get the skin surgery, they also end up losing like 60 pounds of skin.
300 pounds.
We're under 400 now. We're 300 pounds. It's still a lot, but like I did a 5K, another one.
With this new weight helping him to land his first job.
Great.
in over 10 years.
We have a job now. We are essential. We are employed. We now work for the great company of Home Depot.
By the end of 2020, Casey was wearing a double XL t-shirt as he was now under 300 pounds.
We got on the scale a couple days ago. It said 290. That's the lowest we've ever seen.
Which, in combination with a front page Reddit post, gave Casey the motivation to get even lower.
Wow, that's great. Dude, that's an insane transformation. Like, that's actually an insane transformation. He's lost, like, more than half of his weight.
Combination with
under 300 pounds.
Front page Reddit post gave Casey the motivation to get even lower.
Somehow, I made it to 262. I literally weigh less than a third of what I weighed at one point.
However, was Casey's transformation as impressive as Christina Phillips, who holds the current record for the most weight lost as a result of the show? Really? When Christina first appeared on 600 Pound Life in 2014, she weighed in at 639 pounds and explained that she hadn't
22 years old
left her house in over 2 years. Doctor now advised her that in order to be approved for surgery, she needed to lose 30 pounds in a month, yet she'd instead gain 17 pounds over this time period, for which she'd have a pretty stupid excuse.
Instead of hoping that you lost 30 pounds, you gain...
The only thing that they don't show a lot of the eating too, because when you're the more you weigh, the more you have to eat to maintain that weight, right? Like when you bulk, like I used to bulk a lot. Now I've kind of just maintained the same weight for like 34 years, right? But if you want to gain 20 pounds, you have to eat that amount to gain the 20 pounds. And then you have to continue eating a larger amount than you were when you were 20 pounds less to maintain that weight, right? It's not like you gain weight and then just eat 2,500 calories a day and you'll maintain that weight, right? Like if you're 600 pounds, you're not eating 2,500 calories a day to maintain 600 pounds. You're eating 6,000 calories a day to just maintain that weight. Then to gain that weight, you're eating even more, right? Because your body is always wanting to lose, like to burn fat, burn weight, right? So if you're just holding more weight, you always have to eat more to just maintain the weight that you have, or else you'll lose it, even if it's muscle. That's why bodybuilders have to eat so much. Because if they don't eat, if they, like the strongmen that weigh 400 pounds and they're 6'10", they're eating 7,000 calories a day. Number one, because they're working out a lot. Number two, if they don't eat that, they'll lose the muscle.
17 pounds. What happened there?
I think it's mainly fluid, because I did good once I got back.
It's not water. For that, you have to drink at least 300 gallons of water.
As a result of the gain, Christina was put in hospital to be isolated from her family, yet her mother and husband snuck food in for her to eat, leading to a loss of only 4 pounds in the next month, and a pretty dismal outlook.
But why is her family sneaking her food? You know? Like, why wouldn't they, like, just lean into the, yeah, you need to get, like, better, right?
On her potential to make a transformation. However, approximately
At the end of the day, it's a food addiction, right? Like, when you get to the point of weighing 700 pounds, like, a lot of people gain weight because of, like, thyroid issues and, like, all this stuff, right? But, like, if you're at the point where you weigh 700 pounds, right, you are addicted to food, right? Like, it's the same thing as a drug addiction, right? And the issue... The reason food addictions are so hard to get over is because food is something that you're required to do, right? Where, like, if you're an alcoholic and you're addicted to drinking alcohol, you can stop, right? Now, it's going to take time for you to stop, but you can stop drinking forever at some point, right? You get unaddicted from alcohol, you just never drink again, right? If you're addicted to food, you have to eat to survive, right? So you have to feed into your addiction. You have to just maintain that addiction, right? And so that's what's hard, is you have to get unaddicted, but also still maintain what you're addicted to. You can't just not eat.
4 months after her original visit to Dr. Now, Christina began to commit to the diet before returning to the...
So I get it, right? Like, a lot of people, like, watch these people that are 700 pounds. They're like, oh, why don't you just stop eating? Because it's an addiction.
Practice with a whopping loss of 61 pounds, leading to her approval for weight loss surgery. By month 7, Christina had lost an even more impressive 120 pounds, with this milestone giving her the chance to walk again, which was going to help dramatically with any future losses.
Bouncing your legs at your desk surprisingly helps to burn a good amount of calories, really.
Month 11, Christina was down to 470 pounds, at which point she'd be able to go clothes shopping, and by the time Christina hit 309...
Doing things that take a lot of brain power burn a lot of calories. Chess players burn like 4,000 calories at chess tournaments, sitting still. If you're doing things that use a lot of brain focus, you just burn calories. Like, if you're focused all the time, you'll burn more weight than if you're just watching a show. The published data concluded that chess players can use up to 6,000 calories a day during an in-person tournament, 3 times more than an average person consumes in an entire day. Your brain burns more calories than most things, but you have to use it, right? They're just constantly, it's like their brain's a computer.
She was even driving herself to her own Dr. Now appointments. 390 pounds would be the end of her appearance on the show. However, it marked the end of her weight loss journey. To keep accountable while off camera, Christina created a Facebook page as well as an Instagram, posting photos such as this one only 12 months after her episode had come to an end. 4 months later, she'd post another photo showing that she'd gotten down to a crazy 185 pounds or 83 kilos. And while this photo is over 8 years old now, Christina has managed to keep the weight off the entire time. Yet it was Diana who showed that another requirement for long-term weight loss is the
185 after being almost 700 pounds.
That you are responsible for your own journey. When Diana weighed in at 620 pounds during her first appearance in 2017, she was so big that they had to call an ambulance just to get her into a hotel room.
A major effect of my weight that I didn't really think about until I was on this road trip is my inability to get in and out of the van, much less the hotel.
Yet she was simultaneously loved by the audience for her unusual level of honesty. She's one of the better people I've seen on this show. She knows her weight caused her serious health problems, and she only blames herself and not others. Diana's positive attitude helped her to accept Dr. Now's requirements for surgery.
My expectation would be in 1 month, you should be able to lose at least 50 pounds.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Which is followed by a staggering loss in the first month.
And that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't even need to work out. If you weigh that much and you just go on a dieting plan, if you just eat the food and you don't eat more than what they like make you eat, then you'd lose absurd amounts of weight. Losing weight is harder the less you weigh, and gaining weight is harder the more you weigh. That's why, like, when you bulk or just gaining muscle as well, like if you work out for, like, say you start working out right now, your first year of working out, you're going to gain way more muscle every year. You have diminishing returns. It's the same thing with losing weight.
Like 44 pounds.
I know. I'm absolutely thrilled.
And while this wasn't enough to have her approved for surgery, she'd lose a further 64 pounds in the month that followed, meaning she'd lost 107 pounds or 50 kilograms before she'd even had the gastric bypass. After receiving the surgery, Diana was proud to announce that she was able to get into a car without paramedics.
I got here today not in an ambulance, but for the first time I rode in a van.
And after talking to a therapist about why she was overeating in the first place, Diana was able to change her habits permanently. After getting under 400 pounds, she'd go to the gym for the first
Planet Fitness.
first time in 10 years, and by the time the episode had come to an end, Diana was down to 336 pounds. However, this was still only
Don't hate Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness fucking sucks. I get that it's the cheapest gym out there, and that's a fucking dub, right? But you know for a fact, it doesn't have free weights. They have free weight dumbbells, and they don't have a fucking squat rack.
Beginning. Within a year, TLC confirmed on their Facebook page that Diana had gotten down below 200 pounds, making her unrecognizable in comparison to the start of the show. However, if we're talking about unrecognizable before and afters, then it's almost impossible to go past Justin McSwain. When Justin first appeared on 600 Pound Life at a weight of 687 pounds, he couldn't even bear to look himself in the mirror, yet he'd also state that the only time he felt relief from the stresses of life was when he was consuming food.
So what I do to deal with that and make all that go away is I keep eating. Food keeps all the pain and misery away, so I never really stop. It's the only way I can deal with it all.
His depressing outlook on life led to the choice that he was going to make a change, yet reaching Dr. Now was almost impossible as he couldn't even fit into the car they rented. When they would eventually reach the surgeon, Justin was given 2 months to achieve a pretty daunting loss.
I want to see 100 pounds weight loss in that time. And I wanted to start exercising for at least 30 minutes a day.
And while he couldn't quite lose 100 pounds in 2 months, he was approved for surgery with a loss of 92 pounds, which was followed by a further mind-blowing loss of 86 pounds while waiting to go under the knife. Yet this was apparently only the beginning, as within only months of the surgery, Justin was down to 395 pounds, earning him a dedicated YouTube upload given Dr. Now's astonishment.
That's almost loss of 200 pounds in a year. That's excellent. You're doing great.
Justin concluded the episode with 350 pounds of body weight and a tattoo to celebrate the journey, although it might have been this...
Honestly, though, 330 pounds is like, I mean, like, it's overweight, but that's still, like, you're not morbidly obese, right? You're, like, 300 pounds, like, he can do everything. He could go on rides. He could drive a car. He could fly on a plane. It's like, it's not like he's at the point now where he can live, right?
His fridge that motivated Justin to go even
I would
lower.
say
He never
overweight.
gave out any weight numbers on Instagram. However, photos such as
Wow,
this
he
one
looks like a different fucking person.
posted months after the show went live made it clear that he was keeping up the grind. In January 2021, Justin showed the world that he
Is it having a BMI of 40 average? Dude, BMI is the biggest bullshit fucking way to determine if you're overweight or not. BMI is body mass index, and it just goes off of height, weight, and age. Like, BMI, the real determining factor of if you're overweight is body fat percentage, right? Because if you're 300 pounds and 6'5", but you're fucking shredded to the gills, your BMI is going to say you're morbidly obese, right? But you're fucking not. You're fit. You're in great shape, right? At the end of the day, it's body fat percentage. How much of your weight is fat is whether or not you're obese.
kept the weight off by placing his entire body in his old pants.
If you're a man and you, like, I have 13% body fat right now, 12, 13%. Lowest I ever had was like 10.5, 11, right? And that was like senior year when I took like lifting like mad serious, right? Senior in high school. I'm going to senior in college now. But 30% in men is obese. Or no, women is 30%. Men, it's 25. Women naturally have more body fat.
With this achievement giving him the chance to meet Diana and Christina, who we covered just prior. Fast
Bro,
food.
anybody remember that one show? What was that one show where you had to fucking lose weight, and if you didn't lose enough weight, you were kicked off the show? Biggest Loser. That show sucked because near the end, yeah, America's Biggest Loser. Near the end, the final contestants were in such good shape that, like, losing weight was, like, impossible. Because at the start, yeah, everybody weighed 500 pounds, 400 pounds. But it was a fucking 6-month show. Near the end, you're 200 and you're fucking actually in pretty good fucking shape. And they're still forcing you to lose weight. Like, at that point, you're losing like 2 pounds. When they would start out losing like fucking 30. And it was also unfair. Because it was like, if you started out more heavy than me, and like you lost less weight at the start and then more weight in the end, you would win, right? But if I was heavy as shit and I lost a bunch of weight in the beginning and was the best contestant and then just started losing less weight in the end, I would lose. It was like an unfair like way of determining who would win. I hatched the world's biggest versus smallest eggs.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here...
You ever see videos of when people cook ostrich eggs? Not ones with actual fetuses in them. Disgusting. It's so much egg. Too much egg. And it looks gross. I gotta look up a video of that. Bro, what is he using, a hacksaw to open the egg? Oh.
That's the hardest part done. Now, into a bowl first. Look at this. Boy, look at that.
Well, I don't need an instant replay. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look good to me. Maybe Gordon Ramsay will chef this up, but I feel like the egg consistency looks like, oh my God, it looks like mud. Oh, he's actually soft scrambling it. Oh, God. Worst way to eat eggs, Gordon. I'm sorry. Just give me a fried egg. Ew! Like, bro, that's not... Okay, that's not even the ostrich egg. That's just the way that Gordon Ramsay made those eggs. I don't want that.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here is one of the smallest. I'm hatching three...
Baby birds are gross. Oh my God.
It's the best pet. But as they grew...
Bro, he raised an ostrich into adulthood. I still believe this is the biggest animal by weight that I could take down in a fight. I think I got a 20% chance of killing an ostrich. Bare hands.
I lost my space, my sleep, and my sanity. But I didn't realize this would be the most expensive, dangerous, and emotionally draining video I've ever made.
I can't do this anymore.
What's the world's smallest egg? That's got to be like a bug or something. Has the world's smallest egg. Smallest bird egg? A quail egg? A quail egg's the smallest bird egg.
20 duck and 100 quail eggs. Each one needs their own incubator, but it didn't take long.
Oh my god, no, that just gave me flashbacks, bro. Did y'all ever raise like ducks? Or like chicklets or whatever they're fucking called. Chickens. Are they chickens? Are they ducks? What did we raise when we were in school, in like elementary school? It was chicks, right? Yeah, baby chickens in class. And you would have like a thing. It was like, yeah, like kindergarten, preschool. Y'all did that? Yeah. We raised in, well, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of U.S. schools, you raised like baby chicks.
Some struggle, but it's only a matter of time. The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos.
I've seen a few dead ones. You ever see a dead one on the ground? It's sad, but it's gross. It like fell out of the nest or the mom rejected it. I've seen that before. Where you're walking on the side of the road and there's just like a dead baby bird on the side of the ground.
The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos, the stress, and the danger I didn't see coming.
Oh my god. All right, guys, so I have some bad news. A fox got into the incubator and killed all of the quail eggs. All of the quails are gone. Here's the footage. It's just a fox just chowing down on
Now, the quail are impossibly small.
Look at this. I'm a dad.
I would be mortified that I would fucking accidentally, like, drop one and step on it. Like, especially when they follow you. I've seen a lot of videos of, like, baby chicks follow, like, whoever's near them because they think that, like, they're your mom or dad. They think that you're the parent, and they follow you around. I'd be like, bro, what if I trip and step on one? It would instantly die.
Bigger than a coin and lighter than a piece of pasta. I'll be raising them to adulthood along with the duck and ostrich, but I move them into their
I would love to own a duck.
brooder because a duck is about to
What does a baby duck look like? This is all new to me.
hatch. You can see it just barely moving. He takes his first breath of air. Piece by piece, the shell began to split. It now just hangs by a thread. Welcome to the world, little one.
Oh my god, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Outside of the fact that it's sopping wet. I thought it would come out looking like a regular bird. I didn't think it would already have like the bill.
But he has no idea of the journey he was about to face ahead. But unlike the quail, they will bond to the first moving thing they see. It is usually their mother, but in this case, it is me.
Do they really just bond to the first thing they see? That's so awesome, dude. You just could start a duck army.
6 of them hatched, and only 1 egg remained. They follow me absolutely everywhere.
Oh my god! There's no way!
Even
oh my
places,
god, and they're so adorable, bro. They just trip on their own feet and shit.
There's no way!
even places I'd wish they hadn't.
Oh, my dog does that. Dogs do that, bro. You ever take a shit with your dog in the room? It's mad awkward. Get used to it. Daisy will just wander in, taking a dump. She'll just be like, what's up? I always wonder if she knows I'm taking a shit.
They literally would not leave my sight and will look up to anyone who is human.
This is crazy. Oh my god! Hi. You just hit my face.
But a single duck is bigger than all the quail combined.
Can't you buy duck and chick eggs for like pennies? Like they're very cheap. How much are duck eggs? $7. That's so cheap. I feel like it would be more. You're buying a living thing, $7.
Oh my god. Dude, there's a freaking ostrich in here.
They could hatch any day now, but my home isn't exactly made for ostrich farming. Yet.
This might work.
We ordered enough
That would stress me the fuck out. Oh my god, having to open that many packages. Oh. What do you do with all the cardboard? Oh.
supplies to turn my entire office into the perfect nursery. The ducks will be the first ones to call this home.
What are you doing?
But they can't survive without their mom.
Oh my god.
This is day 2.
Ew, was that shit? Oh my god. Nah, they're pooping on him. Stop. No, that's ruining the whole. No. I was like, oh no, the duck would be sick. Oh fuck no. If he eats that shit.
With the ducklings. They cannot fall asleep without me.
Was he just eating his own poop?
And the quail aren't perfect either.
No.
This one couldn't figure out how to walk.
What's going on with you? I feel so bad.
This is called splayed leg.
That's not good.
If we don't do something soon, he may never walk again.
Oh my god.
But if I take a Band-Aid, cut off a slice, and wrap it around his legs, then it may give him a chance. Only time will tell. But 3 days later, a duck was still stuck in an egg. And this was no normal duckling. He is almost completely black. Up until now,
is that the noise it just made?
Every duck has been identical. If they think he's different, they may kill him. But I didn't have time to find.
What? What? They'll do that. Ducks do that. They'll murder their siblings if they think they're different.
Will be unlike anything you've ever seen.
Oh my god, hi!
But our black duckling was ready to meet the others.
Welcome home.
Oh hell no, they're already beating him up.
They didn't realize he's their sibling. He is trampled and attacked from every side.
Oh my god, they're picking on you.
Ducklings can rarely survive on their own, and he needs to bond with the others. So...
But like, what's wrong with him? What's like, they don't like that he's black? I don't understand. He just has a different fur color. What is the difference between, when does a duck become a mallard? Why are they all yellow? Like, if I had to guess, that one would be a mallard.
Oh, I had an idea. The laser gives them something else to attack, and for...
What's a mallard? The ones that you, oh my god, they chase lasers? That's awesome. You know what a mallard is. You always see them. Dude, this is like prime TikTok us in another universe. I love seeing this iconic duo in the wild. You ever see this shit in a pond? I think that's the female, that's the male. But it's a mallard and a little duck. And they're always like near each other and shit.
But after an hour, I still can't tell if they accept him. They were so exhausted that it was time for a nap. And that's where it happened. He is now part of their family. He is one of their own. But did the quail finally learn how to walk? He definitely looks better than before, but I would have to take off the bandage to find out.
Look! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he walks fine now. What the fuck? What does splayed legs mean?
Worked! Look at him go!
Like it didn't know how to functionally stand up.
But the baby ostrich also have to learn to walk. They aren't much different from a toddler.
Oh god, do they just have one toenail? Oh fuck. Oh my god. It just has one toenail? Ugh.
Different from a toddler.
Oh my god. Ugh, stop.
Toddler. Anything more than a few steps is just too much for them. But one ostrich is just a little dumber than the rest. We decided to name him Peanut. But they will get over 300 pounds each. We can only hope they will stay this way. And by day 10, the ducks had to learn how to swim.
Oh my god. They gotta learn how to swim? I feel like that'd just be like a genetic, like, wouldn't you think that ducks would just know that shit? Because they already just float. They just gotta paddle.
Their feathers act as a natural life jacket.
Oh my god, my babies, they grew so much. Look at them all, guys.
Yo, can we shave the weird tuft of hair on the back of this one's head? I'm sorry, I don't know. I just don't, it's, I don't like that. I feel like it needs to be like this one.
My babies, they grew so.
Yeah, give that one a haircut, bro. He's edgy.
But since they are still babies, their feathers are not waterproof.
Oh my god, this one's shaking.
In the wild, their mother will keep them dry. But for quail, water doesn't do the trick. Instead, they take dust baths.
That's sick.
It looks strange at first, like they're making more of a mess. But the dust kills any parasites that may be in their feathers. But they were starting to grow wings and will soon learn how to fly. The ostrich, however, have finally learned how to walk, but they haven't learned how to...
Okay, I will say I do love ostriches more than ever now, but it still is lame as fuck they're a bird that can't fly. Like, I wish they would be, that would be awesome if ostriches were that big and were able to fucking fly. They could run. Yeah, they could run, but it's like, why are you a bird? You know, what's the point of being a bird if you can't fly?
Think.
Look at this one. He's been pecking at the wall for 2 hours. What is he doing?
I have no idea what he's thinking, but probably not much. They don't understand the concept of food. They will try and eat anything, even if that means the $5,000 camera.
What is going on? This is crazy.
Some of them have figured out how to drink, but Peanut...
Oh, no. What are you doing? What? Get out of...
Do you think, how does he know that one's Peanut? Because they all look the same to me. Do they look different to y'all? Like, maybe, yeah, one is being progressively more and more stupid. It's the dumb bird, yeah, but how do you know it's not a different bird? I feel like you have to, like, ankle tag him.
Get out of there! Are you kidding me? This is your own fault. Hello?
The blow dryer managed to trip the breaker, but even with all their problems, they have never failed to amaze me.
Nah, that would be so chill. Movie night with the ostriches. Oh, stop. They're all fucking cuddled up sleeping.
They're the most affectionate animals I've ever owned. Especially Peanut. Within 2 weeks, the ducks had grown too big to live inside. So we constructed a massive fence so they could finally learn how to hunt.
Ducks can fly, right? When do ducks learn how to fly?
In the wild, bugs make up a large part of their diet. So how about a wasp nest?
Yo, he should do a video where he raises platypuses. That would be fucking sick. Just like really weird animals.
Wasps themselves are too dangerous, but their larvae make a far better meal. This is a healthy snack, but the sun is the real threat. They overheat rather quickly, and panting is a sign of stress.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
So I made them a water park. And as it turns out, I wasn't invited to the after party. But in the ostrich pen...
Wet socks is probably the worst vibe ever. Having sopping wet shoes. Ugh.
But in the ostrich pen, something is wrong.
Oh my god, did it die?
Peanut isn't moving.
Come on, buddy, please. Please, just a little longer.
It is 2 in the morning, and the nearest vet is over an hour away. We had no choice but to bring him in. An infection has taken hold, and only now has it decided to strike. But it is just too much for his little body. The vets did everything they could.
Oh my god, did they have to put him down?
But he didn't make it through the night. I'm so sorry. This is the one thing they don't tell you about ostrich farming. But during the 7 days he was with us, he brought more joy, hope, and love than any animal I've ever owned. Nature may be cruel, but it can also be full of surprises.
Damn, bro, that's so sad. And you know he probably got the most attached to the ostriches, too. Because there's like so many fucking quails.
I just want to go to bed.
They're all convinced I'm their mother.
Oh, not my ear, please. I love you guys, but this is just too much.
They can't go more than an hour without me.
Look at them all.
In contrast, the quail grew more independent with age.
No.
Unfortunately, they had all learned how to fly.
No!
Now, they are fully feathered and fully grown.
What does he do? Release them into the fucking wild? At that point, it's like, bro, you have too many birds. They're just flying around your fucking house.
Oh my.
The ducks, however,
covered in piss. Why is that water yellow?
Grown.
Oh.
Water's fucking straight yellow.
Oh my.
The ducks, however, have grown way too big for the bath.
Oh my god.
This is the moment I realized they don't belong in my home.
All right, the hair's kind of growing on me. Yo, he's got sick ass. He's got like a flow state going on right here. You see this shit? Oh my god, wait, no, this one actually has so much more aura than the others.
They don't belong in my home.
Nah, bro, that's like a sick ass tuft of hair now. Oh my god, bro, he literally has a fucking afro.
The bath quickly became a swamp.
They're biting my feet. They're trying to eat my feet.
Or not an afro, not a mohawk.
We need to find a better solution.
I mean, what could we use that's bigger than this?
Fortunately, I had the perfect thing. So, not to brag, but this is probably the coolest
He just shit in the pool.
Thing I've ever done.
Nah, watching them swim underwater is fucking so cool.
But that's when it hit me. They weren't babies anymore. None of them were. They don't belong here.
Freaking disaster.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh my god, does he have to like let them go?
They barely sleep. I haven't shaved and the house smells awful. But there is a place that's willing to take them. The only catch, they're over 20 hours away.
Oh my god, road tripping with fucking so many ducks in your car.
Time for a road
10 hours in.
trip.
I'm taking them to one of the greatest animal rescues in the country, run by someone I'm proud to call my friend.
Welcome to the Urban Rescue Ranch.
Bro, what? I feel like I've watched him with like Forrest Galante.
What's up, Ben?
This place is a sanctuary to many.
Oh my god, he owns kangaroos.
This place is a sanctuary to many forms of life. From an actual bobcat.
Oh my god.
To the nicest foxes you've ever seen.
Oh, it's so nice
I love the noises they make.
to meet you.
Have you ever heard a fox like cry really happily? Right?
How are you feeling? You enjoying the summer weather? amongst all my weeds.
Oh my god. You know foxes are self-domesticating themselves. Like, in a few generations, like our generations, not fox generations, they're basically just going to be like, not dogs or cats, but they're going to be much more friendly to people than they've ever been.
And the ducks, well, they got an entire pond to themselves.
Oh, welcome home, guys.
Oh my god, but actually kind of having to leave them is kind of really sad, because he effectively was their mom.
And the ostriches will get to roam free on over 3 acres of land. And in only a few years' time, they will look like this. Soon, they will have babies of their own, and the cycle will continue all over again.
Wow. Love that video. Loved it. Loved it. Amazing.